close the door with the 2-2. Swing and a miss. Strike three.
Line into left field for a base hit. Hit in the air. That's going to be the second baseman. They have a chance for two, and they got him.
Run, the throw is in time for the out.
Lifted high into left field. Ball is way back, and that ball is way gone.
Halstead Telephone Company and R&J Broadcasting Incorporated is proud to present to you this broadcast on yourliveevent.com.
And a pleasant good Monday evening. A final again for you. Northern Cass picks up the win 5-1 over Kindred. And welcome to our championship pregame show featuring the number 1 overall seed in Central Cass going up against the number 3 seed in Northern Cass in a rematch of the 2022 Region 1 Championship. This is our pregame show brought to you in part by Norman County Raceway and the Red River Valley Speedway in West Fargo. Check out the World of Outlaw late models on June the 29th, coming up in a month and a week in Ada. Tickets now available at normancounty.raceway.com. That again is normancounty.raceway.com. Central Cass beat Northern Cass earlier here in the tournament on Saturday morning, 11-3 in the semifinals. Picking up the win in that one for Central Cass was Braden Mitchell as he threw 102 pitches in that contest. OC picked up the loss, and Northern Cass saw Central Cass jump out on them early with 8 runs in the second inning as they led 9-0 after 2. But one thing that Sam Johnson likes, saying they didn't give up, they didn't roll over. They made Central Cass to play the full 7. Sometimes that would be easy to roll over and just play 4.5 or 5 innings, but something they will need to do today for Northern Cass will be minimizing any big innings like that big Crooken number with 8 runs in the second. Central Cass looking for their 4th consecutive Region 1 championship, while for Northern Cass, they need to win today to try to get to tomorrow night to force Game 2 of a Region 1 championship. I'm Chase Miller alongside Joey Hughes. We'll take a quick break. When we come back after this, we'll continue on our pregame show, let you know some other scores from across the way. That and more still to come ahead of the starting lineups and the opening pitch today here in Castleton on yourliveevent.com. Stop on out to Watts Ace Hardware in Castleton and gear up with name brands from Steel, Milwaukee, Ego, and Craftsman Power Tools. Plus, Watts Ace Hardware has a key cutting and paint mixing section for your own do-it-yourself projects. From their grill selection with Traeger, Blackstone, Weber, and the Big Green Egg to their customer laser engraving center, Watts Ace Hardware is a place you need to check out. Stop in at 1610 Governor's Drive in Castleton for Watts Ace Hardware.
Honesty, loyalty, integrity. At Bank North, we've remained true to these values for generations. They shape the way we do business, work with customers, and support our communities. We've been here for more than a century, helping people grow farms and businesses, finance homes, and pursue their dreams. It's values-based banking, and it's all about working together to strengthen the common threads that bind us together. Bank North, always true.
It's the North Dakota All-Star Gathering on Your Live Event, as we'll have coverage of the Shields Softball All-Star Series on June 3rd and 4th.
Closey with the 0-2 pitch.
The Optimist Volleyball Series on June 10th and 11th.
Right corner West is there for the dig. Backs at Bogenry for another kill.
Plus, the Lions All-Star Basketball Series on July 15th and 16th.
Really nice quality second half. Goes off the backboard for the duck to Carson Yale.
For more information, go to yourliveevent.com.
Hungry and on the road, Petro Stopping Center in Fargo has got your back with an impressive lineup of goodies including Popeye's Chicken, Charlie's Cheesesteaks, Cinnabon, Papa John's, and a mouth-watering full-sized restaurant, the Dolly Down Grill. You'll be spoiled for choice. Whether you're a quick pit stopper or looking to settle in for a while, Petro Stopping Center's Fargo location has got you covered 24/7 every day of the week. Cruise on over to their spot just off 45th Street and I-94 and indulge in a feast fit for the road warrior in you.
For trusted news, weather, and sports from your community, look to R&J Broadcasting Incorporated, KRJB, KRJM, and KKCQ Radio, and rjbroadcasting.com. Hear local voices from local radio with news and information from the area. your information stations. KRJB, KRJM, and KKCQ Radio, and RJBroadcasting.com. Local voices from local radio.
As we continue on our pregame show here today from Castleton, let's take a look at some other scores from across the way here when it comes to Region Baseball that we had on yourliveevent.com. Thompson advances to the Region 2 title with an 8-4 win over Nelson County in the Region 2 semis. And Nelson County will play Hatton Northwood in a loser-out game then tomorrow ahead of the Region 2 championship. Scheduled as Hatton Northwood beat Larimore 7-0. So Hatton Northwood against Nelson County, and then the winner of that will play Thompson in Region 2. Region 3 baseball games earlier today. New Rockford Cheyenne with an 8-1 win over Kidder County. Carrington defeats Lemoore Litchfield Marion 4-1, and South Border over Kidder County in a loser-out game 13-4. So LLM goes up against South Border in a loser-out game. Semifinals will feature New Rockford Cheyenne and Carrington in Region 3. We'll keep you apprised of what's going on as well in Region 1 softball, where earlier tonight, congratulations goes out to Scott Koss and the Central Cass Squirrels as they punched their ticket to the state tournament. Kindred Richland fell to Central Cass 2-1. They await the winner of the game that's currently going on down in Hankinson on yourliveevent.com, and it's a good one. Northern Cass 3, Hillsborough Central Valley 2 in the top of the fifth inning. The winner of that game will go on and play Sam Brandt's Kindred Richland Vikings Club for a spot in the state tournament. So again, tomorrow down in Hankinson, a state qualifier, and alongside with a Region Championship game. We'll have those for you here on yourliveevent.com. It's Northern Cass and Central Cass. This is our Norman County Raceway, Red River Valley Speedway pregame show. Red River Valley Speedway races start on Friday night, starting at 7. You can check them out on Racing on the Radio, or also just simply go to the website of RedRiverValleySpeedway.com. That again is RedRiverValleySpeedway.com. These two teams played a couple of times earlier in the season. Central Cass winning both times 8-3 and 3-2, and then as we alluded to in the tournament game, as they won 11-3 back on Saturday morning. We're going to take a quick break. When we come back after this, we're getting closer to the first pitch and alongside the starting lineups. This is our pregame show, brought to you in part by Norman County Raceway and Red River Valley Speedway here on yourliveevent.com.
This is Chris from RDK Enterprises, your local precision planting dealer. This spring has been a trying time, and we may feel everything is out of our control. Please remember to slow down and stay safe this spring. Come home to your families each and every night. Please use this time to make sure your planter is ready to go. Keep downtime to a minimum. When you get into the fields, we are here to help you with any planting issues that may come up. RDK Enterprises, 636-2119 or planterdoc.com.
In times like these, it's good to know there's a place where people know who you are, no matter how long you've been gone. A place where the smells of home cooking are still in the air, where a simple wave warms your heart, and sharing stories is just a way of life. It's good to be home. Farmers Union Insurance, protecting what's important in life.
Your local Castleton agents, Scott Kramer and Tyler Wasleen, wish the Squirrels the best of luck this postseason.
Red River Valley Speedway, what a great place to let your heart race. Excitement second to none. Every Friday night you're gonna feel alright. Your destination for family fun.
Get ready for racing this Friday night at 7 at the Red River Valley Speedway. Family fun for everyone. This week it's Military Appreciation Night and First Responder Night. Sponsored by FM Drain Cleaning and Services, Leinenkugels, and Finley Motors. For details, log on to RedRiverValleySpeedway.com.
Dakota Heritage Bank is a bank on the go and on the grow, with locations in Hunter, Hope, Galesburg, Hillsborough, Grandin, Gackle, Streeter, Judd, Harvey, Medina, and Red Lake Falls. More locations and more services. Dakota Heritage Bank offers mobile banking and online banking with bill pay, so you can bank anytime, anywhere. Stop in and visit Dakota Heritage Bank today. Sharing our heritage, sharing our future. dhbanknd.com. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
It's the Region 1 Baseball Tournament here on yourliveevent.com. Calling balls and strikes is Eric Olson. Up the third base line is Pat Adair, and up the first base line is Cale Hamry. Here as the lineups are being exchanged, Central Cass will be the home team, while Northern Cass will be the visitors on the scoreboard here today. Currently, conditions in terms of weather, overcast skies. Lights will be coming on here in a moment. You see some of the junior varsity a little bit hanging down the right field line, literally arms across the right field foul pole down there. It's currently 68 degrees and overcast skies here in this one. It's the Central Cass Squirrels and Northern Cass. As we take a look at the starting lineups here, again, brought to you in part by Norman County Raceway and Red River Valley Speedway on our pregame show. Northern Cass will roll like this. Batting leadoff is Matthew Metzger, the junior right fielder. Chris Hoyland batting second, the sophomore shortstop. Trey Huzar, the junior center fielder, batting third. Sam Clement, the junior first baseman, batting cleanup. Carter Waitson, the junior catcher, batting fifth. Matthew Hoppy, the junior third baseman, batting sixth. Carter Westland, the senior left fielder, seventh. Jacob Osee, the junior pitcher, batting eighth. And Cody Waitson, the freshman second baseman, batting again ninth. So Metzger, Hoyland, Huzar, Clement, Waitson, Hoppy, Westland, Osee, and Waitson. Northern Cass head coached by Sam Johnson. Northern Cass in their all-black uniforms with the white numerals outlined in gold, with the gold Northern Cass cursive with the NC out in front. Here for the Jags, 15 wins, 10 losses on the season. Looking to try to upend Central Cass for the first time here this year. If they do so, game number 2 scheduled for tomorrow, and that is then would be a winner-take-all. If Central Cass loses here tonight, it would go to officially a winner-take-all championship game tomorrow. Northern Cass must win twice against the Squirrels. If the Squirrels win tonight or if they win tomorrow, Central Cass would make it 4 consecutive Region 1 championships. The last time these two teams played in a Region 1 title was the year 2022. Central Cass won 3-2 over Northern Cass. We had a rain delay in Castleton and come back and played about a half hour, and then we got that all wrapped up. As we turn our attention now to the Central Cass Squirrels, the number 1 seed here in the Region 1 tournament, head coach by Dustin Maggio. They'll roll like this in their red tops with the white pants, with the Squirrels in white and outlined in black with the white numerals and the black lettering as well. Logan Broughton will bat leadoff here, the senior right fielder. Carter Vercoda will bat second, the senior center fielder, with Braden Mitchell, the senior shortstop, batting third. Carter Maggio, the senior pitcher, batting cleanup. Eli Boer, the senior third baseman, batting fifth. Cal Pearson, the junior catcher, batting sixth. Noah Muckow, the junior designated hitter. Cam Barstead, the senior left fielder, batting eighth. Cole Holzer, the senior third baseman, batting ninth, and Jackson Parker here will be playing second base for the Central Cass Squirrels. On the bump again is Carter Maggio. This will be his first appearance this tournament for Central Cass. Jacob Osee on the bump here for Northern Cass. Osee so far has pitched an inning and a third, 7 hits, 7 runs, 7 earned, 3 walks and a strikeout. That was against Central Cass with 52 pitches. Trey Huzar has about 15 pitches remaining. Metzger is done. Hoyland and alongside with Cody Waitson and everybody else is pretty much will still be available here for Northern Cass. But again, Huzar is down to his final about 15 pitches, and Matthew Metzger is officially done on the bump. And then after the conclusion of this game, we will get to the all-region team, the senior athlete, and the coach of the year as well. Again, that does it for our pregame show, brought to you in part by Norman County Raceway and the Red River Valley Speedway. We'll take a quick break. When we come back after this, it's the opening pitch of the 2024 Region 1 Baseball Championship on YourLiveEvent.com.
Take your softball or baseball skills to the next level with personalized instruction from the professional staff at the Ball Yard. Their mission is to provide area players, young and old, the opportunity to improve their skills in a professional level facility and to provide a high level of instruction to youth players to help them achieve their goals at the Ball Yard. Come and visit the one place in the Fargo-Moorhead area where it's always summer. For more information, go online to fmballyard.com. That's fmballyard.com.
Your family farm has been adapting to challenges in the field for generations. Taupe Insurance is here to help you weather the storm when those challenges arise. Visit with Taupe Insurance today about a quote or review of your policies. Taupe Insurance offers coverage on your farm's assets, crop and hail insurance, plus home and auto, commercial and life insurance. Stop in for a visit today at their office in Castleton or give Taupe Insurance a call at 701-347-4045. Since its beginning, the Central Cass Booster Club has generated and helped sustain fan interest in the men's and women's athletic programs at Central Cass High School. Through the years, that mission has broadened to also enhance the youth programs throughout the community. For more information, search Central Cass Booster Club on Facebook or email centralcassboosterclub@gmail.com. That's centralcassboosterclub@gmail.com. Go Squirrels! It's the Region 1 Baseball Tournament here on YourLiveEvent.com. Again, that does it for the Red River Valley Speedway and Norman County Raceway pregame show. Chase Miller with you here alongside Joey Hughes as we get you ready for the first pitch. Northern Cass and Central Cass as the grandstand is nearly full here today. As we see a smattering of red, black, and a little bit of blue from the Kindred faithful. Still waiting to see what comes of this particular contest. So Metzger, Hoyland, and Huzar again batting first, second, and third from there. Clement, Waits, and Hoppy, Westland, Ossie, and Waitson. Central Cass 17-1 on this season. Northern Cass 15-10. Barstead in left with Vakota in center here for the Squirrels with Logan Broughton in right. Holzer will be at first base. Parker at second. Mitchell stands at short with Boer at third base, and then Pearson behind the plate with Carter Maggio on the bump here for the Central Cass Squirrels. And you see Scott Koss and the softball team making their way to the diamond as well after defeating the Kindred Richland Vikings in the semifinals to punch their ticket to the state tournament, as we will get you ready to roll here for this championship game. So Northern Cass must win. Central Cass have a game in hand. If they do lose, we'll play it again tomorrow for all the marbles here in Castleton. Carter Maggio on the mound. First pitch on the way here to Matthew Metzger, the junior right fielder. And this one is going to be hit up the third base line. That will go foul first pitch at 7:24 as it just switched from 7:23 to 7:24. Again, overcast skies, 68 degrees here today. Metzger, Hoyland, and Huzar batting leadoff against the righty matchup here of Maggio. No balls and a strike upcoming. This one will miss low. That'll be 1-1. Calling balls and strikes is Eric Olson. Up the third base line is Cale Hammering. Up the third base line is Pat Adair. 1 ball and 1 strike on the way here. Here's the 1-1 offering. This one will come up and nearly hit the man, as now be 2-1. Carter, the son of Dustin Maggio here, the head coach for Central Cass. The Squirrels, well, they've been finding ways to get to state. Now it's just about mattering of can they get over that hump if they can find a way to defeat Northern Cass, last year making it all the way to semifinals before falling to the Thompson Tommies. 2 balls, 2 strikes on the way here to Metzger. Maggio rocks and delivers. Strike 3 looking, and Metzger is retired. 1 down. Northern Cass did a good job against the Vikings. Able to bring 5 runs, got things going early, got runners on base, put a lot of traffic against Kindred in the early innings, trying to do that here against the Squirrels. Chris Hoyland will see this one miss for a ball. It's now 1-0. So 1 ball, no strikes on the way here to Chris Hoyland. Hoyland is 4 of 14 in this tournament with 3 runs driven in. Here's the 1-0 pitch. Breaking ball in there for Maggio. Good location. It's now 1 ball and a strike. sophomore shortstop here, and that's the one thing that Northern Cass has when you take a look at just what you always take a look ahead to what the future years are going to bring, and they're going to bring back a good chunk of experience next season. As this one has popped up, Eli Boer, the third baseman, able to glove it 3 pitches, and Hoyland is retired. Again, Carter Maggio has all 135 pitches at his disposal here tonight. As this will be Trey Huzar, the junior center fielder, set himself a fine tournament at the plate. 5 of 8 with 4 runs scored, 5 runs driven in, and 5 walks, and a couple of those walks, again, being the intentional variety. Not to mention what he's been able to do on the mound as this one is fouled up the first base line, and it'll be 0-1. If needed, Trey Huzar does have about 15 pitches left at some point to use throughout the rest of this tournament. He has one more appearance left as well. The 0-1 pitch, that'll miss, and that'll be 1 ball and a strike. Central Cass, Northern Cass met on the basketball court in the Region 1 quarterfinals, where Matt Norman's club was able to upend Bryce Laxdal's club. Now they're meeting here in the Region 1 championship game. That one over for a strike at 1-2. The 1 seed Squirrels against the 3 seed here of Northern Cass. The 1-2. This one is going to be sky to center field. That'll go a little more to left center. Vercoda underneath it, and that's a 3-up, 3-down inning for Maggio and Central Cass. As we head to the bottom of the first inning, we're scoreless here on YourLiveEvent.com.
Meet Blake, the messiest 4-year-old on the planet. He's no ordinary durability tester. Meet SmartStrand, no ordinary carpet. With All Pet Protection, it's the softest, most durable, easiest to clean carpet on the planet. When Blake's barn got a comfy makeover, SmartStrand came clean, even went up against a 2-ton rhino. Made to withstand all walks of life. Ask for SmartStrand, rhino tested, rhino approved.
Available at Carpet World, carpetworldfargo.com.
There's a new inventory of trailers at Bloomfield Enterprises of Hillsborough. You can see the latest inventory online at bloomfieldtrailers.com. Bloomfield Enterprises has a full line of Big Tex trailers. Big Tex has affordable and versatile utility trailers for all your jobs. Big Tex has a full line of products from ATV trailers to gooseneck to dump trailers and more. Call Larry at 218-368-7989 or Tim at 701-430-0877. Bloomfield Enterprises in Hillsborough.
Interviews here are brought to you in part by Dakota Heritage Bank, sharing their heritage and their future with locations in North Dakota and Minnesota. Go to dhbanknd.com. That's dhbanknd.com, providing our pregame and postgame interviews. No pregame interviews with a quick turnaround here, but we look forward to hearing from someone, if not multiple people, barring the outcome of this game here later tonight. Again, those interviews brought to you in part by Dakota Heritage Bank. As we take a live look down in Hankinson, Northern Cass fans, well, right now, things are going your way. Still a little of softball yet to be played. Northern Cass 4, Hillsborough Central Valley 2 in the top of the 6th inning. Winner advances their way to the state qualifying game. Northern Cass is the 6th seed going up against Hillsborough Central Valley. The Burros ended up being the 4th seed here. So the 1 and 2, the 1 seed is in, the 2 seed and Kinder Richland awaits to see the winner of that one with the Region 1 softball tournament. Logan Broughton, Carter Vercoda, and Braden Mitchell here for Central Cass in the bottom half of the first inning. Going up against OC on the bump here for the Jags with Carter Waitson behind the plate. Cody is going to be at second, Clement at first, Hoppy at third, and Hoyland stands at short. Big swing here for Logan Broughton. Now it's 0-1. Westland in left field with Huzar in center and Metzger in right. No balls and a strike here for the righty OC. This one's going to be hit on the ground. That's the third baseman. It takes a big hop off a Hoppy. That goes all the way to the second baseman, Cody Waitson. And for Logan Broughton, he's aboard. We'll see if they give that one an error or if that's going to be a hit. I believe they're going to give that one an E5 is what it looks like here. So going to third base here was Hoppy, so that's the first error of the ball game. Now it'll be Carter Vercoda, the senior center fielder, and right off the bat, some speed for Logan Broughton as they take a look as Clement is holding him on. We've already seen a couple of pickoffs at first base here in this tournament. Logan Broughton, the senior right fielder. The Squirrels trying to jump on the Jags here early in this one is what they did earlier in the tournament on Saturday, able to defeat Northern Cass. Got up early, won it 11-3. This one runs in here for OC. It's now 1-0 to the senior center fielder, Carter Verkota. Central Cass, they are senior laden when it comes to their starting 9. This one comes back again. Cal Hamry calls him safe. It's 1-0 we were saying earlier. Northern Cass, a smattering of seniors with a lot of juniors and some underclassmen. Central Cass, you want to say just on paper when it looks at seniors, some years you say you got the experience as the breaking ball is in there for a strike. This is Central Cass's year. They've been to state. They haven't won a state championship in the last 3 times they've been to state. So can this be the season going back to Jamestown and trying to win Region 1? But they got to get through the Jakes to do so. The 1-1 off-speed pitch on the big curve misses outside at 2-1, and Logan Bryant's kind of dancing there at first base, able to kind of get that secondary lead fake that he was going to go last pitch, and trying to see if he can maybe get OC to pay him a little bit more attention over there at first. Verkota with a hitter's count, 2 balls and a strike. Now going to go. Here's the hit and run opportunity. This is hit to center. Huzar's going to be there. Logan Bryan's going to have to re-tag. Huzar will come across the hit and run, and that's going to be a double play. Oh, what a big double play. Logan Broughton didn't see the baseball when it finally got hit there by Verkota. He was well round second, about a good 15, 20 feet. And by the time Huzar finally gloved it, there was really no way that Logan Broughton was going to get back to first base, and there's 2 down here. That's a large double play for Northern Cass. We've seen Northern Cass turn a couple of double plays here earlier against the Vikings and now here against the Squirrels, and now it's Braden Mitchell. Mitchell, the senior shortstop here, is someone you do not want to mess with when it comes to runners on base. The 1-0 pitch is going to be in there for a strike at 1-1, so a large double play there. The hit-and-run opportunity comes back and costs Central Cass 2 outs. The Jags will take it 1 down from trying to get up in the second, and another opportunity for Hoppy. The 2-hopper this time is easily gloved. Do they apply the tag? Yes, they do! Oh, what a tag by Clement. He's having himself a whale of a day at first. That one goes up the first base line, but Clement applies a tag. 5-3 on the putout. There were no runs, no hits. There was an error, and nobody left on base. 1 complete on the Bank North scoreboard. We're scoreless here on your liveevent.com.
You're feeling that spring sensation, and that means it's time to put a spring in your step over to Mayport Hardware. They've got all the seed, soil, pots, and garden tools you need to make your green thumb glow. Plus, check out their greenhouse complete with a variety of flowers, vegetables, baskets, and colors to choose from. Don't forget about the tools and supplies for spring cleaning and recreation. Keep that spring sensation at Mayport Hardware, Trail County's Hardware Hank on Main Street in Mayville.
As we head to the top of the second inning here on your liveevent.com, it will be Sam Clement alongside with Carter Waitson and Matthew Hoppy, the 4, 5, and 6 batters after Carter Monjo earned a strikeout, a pop-out, and a fly-out. I'd like to thank all of our sponsors for providing coverage here of the Region 1 baseball or any particular tournament or regular season action here throughout the spring. Without them, we would not be able to bring you the 2-camera variety from center field to behind home plates. Also just providing these games in general, as this one is going to be filleted out to right. Holzer takes a back step there, and Holzer able to take about a couple of back steps and retire Sam Clement on 2 pitches. Well, again, thanks to all of our sponsors. Make sure you patronize those sponsors throughout the tournament season here as we get you ready for the month of the June. And once we get to June, we will be back in Castleton for the Shield Softball All-Star Series. That'll be in Bismarck and Castleton on June 3rd and the 4th. The Optimist Volleyball Series at West Fargo Horace and Bismarck St. Mary's on June the 10th and the 11th. And then we'll have the Lions All-Star Basketball Series in July. That's all coming up on your liveevent.com, as this one is missing in the dirt. 1 ball in 1 strike. So Maggio able to get the ball here. So far, 4 up, 4 down on the way for Maggio, making his first appearance here in this baseball tournament. Central Cass, this is just their 4th pitcher in their 3rd game of the tournament, as this one is laced, but that'll go foul, as it'll be now 1 and 2. And that's the thing. When you win early and you get a 1 or 2 seed, if you take care of business, you set yourself up perfectly for this type of championship game, whether it's appearances, whether it's about pitch count, it's all there. If you lose early on day 1 of this tournament, then you got a long road to hoe, whether you got to play 5 innings, 6 or 7. As this is going to be hit into right field, Logan Broughton has to give chase, and Logan Broughton shows you the wheels. Logan Broughton was shading Waitson down the first base line, down up to right. Logan Broughton had to get on his high horse on that one, able to make the play. Not sure too many right fielders in the game of baseball at the high school level would be able to make that play with how far down the right field line that Broughton was playing. But Logan showing you off his wheels. This is now to Hoppy, the junior 3rd baseman, and Hoppy will take a ball. It's now 1-0. Hoppy so far in the tournament, 6 of 11 with 3 runs scored and 2 runs driven in. Here's the 1-0 offering by Maggio. Breaking ball got him for a strike, and Maggio's got that curve cooking here early in this contest. Big breaking ball there for Maggio, able to hit the location. Here's the 1-1. That one misses inside. It's now 2-1. 2 down here in the top of the second as Maggio looks into Pearson behind the plate. The 2-1 offering. A lot of off-speed pitches so far to Hoppy. Works the count. 2 balls, 2 strikes, nobody out here. 2 out, that is, with nobody on. The 2-2. Swung on and missed, and Maggio gets the strikeout. Another 3 up, 3 down inning for Carter. We played an inning and a half complete on the Bank North scoreboard here on your liveevent.com.
At Thompson Public Schools, their mission is to develop lifelong learners and responsible citizens. You can visit their website, tps-k12.org, for school announcements and calendars, lunch menus, weather announcements, athletic schedules, and more. Follow them on social media and share in Tommy Pride with student updates and events with Thompson Public Schools. Thompson Public Schools thanks all students, staff, parents, alumni, and community members for their continued support. Good luck to the Tommies. Learn more at tps-k12.org.
If you want help from a firm that has integrity and respect, strives for excellence, and is interested in the betterment of the community, look no farther than Onstead Twitchell Attorneys. Our team of attorneys has dedicated and talented professionals who are committed to improving the lives of their clients and providing custom legal solutions with integrity and excellence. We have offices in West Fargo, Hillsborough, Maddox, Page, and Castleton. Or visit our website, www.onsteadlaw.com.
In the bottom of the second inning on the Bank North scoreboard, scoreless here at Bank North. They take community to heart, helping customers achieve their financial goals while supporting and improving the great rural communities that they serve. They're more than just a bank. They're a community partner that you can always count on. It's values-based banking, member FDIC, equal housing lender. Go to ibanknorth.com. That's ibanknorth.com, as they serve both the Central Cass and Northern Cass school districts. Carter Maggio, Eli Boer, and Cale Pearson here, the 4, 5, and 6 batters do up first pitch swinging as Maggio hits one foul. Will be 0-1. In 2 games here in the tournament, Carter is 3 of 4 from the plate with 5 runs scored, 4 runs driven in, and 4 walks here for Central Cass. The 0-1's going to be grounded up the middle. Hoyland, the shortstop, with the glove, fires a bullet to Clement at first, and there's 2 down, and there's 1 down. 6-3 on the putout, so OC doing a nice job here for 4 batters. After Logan Broughton reached base on an error, a double play, followed by a pair of groundouts. Now it's to Eli Boer. He has 5 runs driven in 7 plate appearances so far here in the tournament for the Squirrels. The righty-righty matchup here. This one in there for a strike. Now it's 0-1. So OC rocks and delivers. That'll miss for a ball. Now 1-1. After this next pitch, we'll get you an update from Hankinson in a tight game between the Jags and the Burros in the Region 1 softball tournament. Here's the 1-1 offering. This is going to be laced to center. Trey Huzar on the line drive, able to come in a step or 2, and there's 2 down. Bottom of the 6th inning in Hankinson. Bases full of Burrows. Northern Cass leads it by 1 with 2 outs in the Region 1 softball tournament. Jake Berkmeyer, Josh Boyko with the coverage for you there down in Hankinson. Again, 4-3 Northern Cass. Bottom of the 6th with the Burrows have the bases loaded with 2 outs. This one will be in there for a strike to Pearson. Now 0-1 for the junior catcher. 2 down as we alluded to here in the second. This will miss outside for a ball. It's now 1-1. As we will have the 7, 8, and 9 batters due up in the third with Carter Westland for Northern Cass. The 1-1. This is going to be hit up the first base line. Line drive foul. That'll be 1-2. Able to bring out your fold up chairs here in Castleton up the first and the third base line. Nice looking crowd here on tap. The 1-2 nearly got him. It'll be now 2 balls and 2 strikes. Central Cass trying to get a 2-out rally here. Osteen looking for a tidy second. The 2-2. This is going to be hit up the middle. Another opportunity for the shortstop Hoyland. Gloves it, goes across. 6-3 on the putout. And a 3-up, 3-down inning for OC. 2 complete here on the Bank North scoreboard. And we got 2 goose eggs up there. Head to the top of the third on yourliveevent.com.
Hunter Insurance Agency is a locally owned full-service agency providing protection and coverage in a number of different areas. Hunter Insurance Agency offers multi-peril crop insurance, crop hail insurance, and farm insurance for buildings and equipment. Plus, they offer home, auto, life, and business insurance. For more information, go online to hunterinsuranceagency.com or stop in and speak with Johnny Jorgensen at Hunter Insurance Agency. Find them at 109 Main Street in Hunter.
It's the most prestigious, challenging, rewarding tour on dirt. The most wanted, baddest outlaws, and the most powerful late models on the planet. The world of outlaws, King's Late Models.
Top of the third inning, Central Cass, Northern Cass here on your liveevent.com. It'll be Westland, OC, and Wadeson here, the 7, 8, and 9 batters here for Northern Cass. So far across the board, it's been a pitcher's duel between these two teams, between Maggio and alongside with OC. They've gone 6 batters, and they've only faced the minimum so far here in this particular contest. And a game that got underway just under 19 minutes ago, top of the third inning. Westland, OC, and Wadeson here. Carter Westland in this tournament, 1 of 8 so far here with a walk as well. Northern Cass must win this contest to get to tomorrow night, and then it's a winner-take-all Region 2 championship in a double elimination format. Central Cass can either win this game or win tomorrow, and they would be making their way to Jamestown. Maggio with the 0-1. That's going to be popped up. Who's calling it between Maggio and Boer? Maggio calls everybody off, and Eli puts the hands up, says, "You got it, man," and there's an out. So far, we've seen 2 really good pitches from Maggio, that big breaking ball, and all of a sudden that fastball that can kind of run up and in on people and kind of hamstring there. Westland jammed him a little bit. Now it's to Jacob Ossie. Ossie, 3 runs scored here in the Region 1 tournament. This is the 5th game for Northern Cass. Well, for Central Cass, this is just game number 3 of the tournament. Ossie will take a ball. It's now 1-0. Check swing. Didn't go through. It's 2-0. 2-0 on the way here. Pitcher-pitcher matchup. Maggio falls behind the count. Now at 3-0, and this will be the first 3-ball count here for Maggio against a Northern Cass batter. Northern Cass looking to get their first runner on with 1 down here in the top half of the third. The 3-0 offering. Maggio able to split the plate for a strike. It's now 3-1. The difference when these two teams again met earlier in the tournament, an 8-run second inning for Central Cass. This is started a little different here as this is going to be hit. Parker, the second baseman, sees a slow grounder make his way, goes to Holzer at first, 4-3 on the putout, and there's 2 down. The broadcast of this tournament game has been authorized by special arrangement with the Board of Directors of the North Dakota High School Activities Association. Some history back when it dates to state baseball in North Dakota. Drayton won 6 straight and played in 7 straight championships from 1958 to 63. Thompson, just to show you how good they've been, they have played in 6 of the last 7 state championship games, and they've won back-to-back. Here's the 0-1 offering. Now 0-2 to Cody Wadeson. So when you take a look at Class B baseball, a lot of really good baseball between Park River, Fortville, Lincoln, and Thompson for a few years there before COVID. The 0-2 pitch. That'll miss. Now 1-2 Central Cass. They've been a staple at state 3 consecutive seasons, but they've never won a championship during those 3 years. Trying to change that if they could get back there this year. The 1-2. That'll miss. Now 2 balls and 2 strikes. Well, for Northern Cass, trying to make it their 3rd state tournament appearance in program history. They made it in 05 and 2016. The 2-2 from Maggio. This is going to be hit to center. Carter Vercoda comes in, and that'll drop, and it's a number 9 batter, and the freshman Cody Wadeson breaks up the perfect game here for Carter Maggio. And the top of the 3rd. First base runner of the game for Northern Cass with 2 outs here. Now it's to Metzger. Nice piece of hitting there by the freshman. Worked the count to 2-2, hit it right back up the middle. As you will have Metzger seeing the center fielder Vercoda shade him a little bit into left center. We'll see what Wadeson decides to do here. And Wadeson was close to getting picked off. Holzer applied the tag on the quick opportunity there by Maggio on the mound. As he will do it again. And Maggio, I don't see that too terribly often where you get the ball right back from Holzer, and before you even put your right foot on the mound, you try to go back over there, and immediately Wadeson's jersey now is dirty, as he got a lot of dirt on that, kind of checks his elbow to make sure he's good. 1 ball, no strikes on the way here to Metzger, who struck out looking to begin the contest here for Northern Cass. Maggio falling behind in the count to Osi. Worked the 2-2 count with Wadeson, falls behind here to Metzger. This one able to get across. Now it'll be 1-1. Region 3 baseball semifinal tomorrow will feature Carrington and New Rockford Cheyenne. Loser out game will be Lemoore, Litchfield, Marion, and South Border, with the 4 teams remaining in Region 3. Here's the 1-1 offering. Swung on and missed. The runner's going to go. This one comes down and not in time. Wadeson able to get into scoring position here. As now Metzger, and we'll see a 1-ball, 2-strike count upcoming as Pearson will talk it over here with Maggio to make sure everything is good when it comes to the signs. And this is the first runner of the game for either club to get into scoring position. So 1 ball, 2 strikes. So the runner at second in Cody Wadeson, as Metzger, the junior right fielder, will try to bring him in here for the Jags. Northern Cass seeing if they can strike first here in the top of the 3rd inning. Best opportunity and their only base runner aboard so far here against Maggio. This is going to be hit to right. Logan Broughton takes a few steps in, and that'll retire the Jags. Put some good contact against Maggio in the inning, but nothing comes across. No runs, a hit, no errors, and a runner left. We played 2.5 on the Bank North scoreboard, scoreless here in Castleton.
At Dakota Heritage Bank, we know your schedules can get hectic, and you don't always have time to get to the bank during regular banking hours. We make it easy for you with mobile banking, online banking, and bill pay, services that we offer for free. This is Michelle with Dakota Heritage Bank, inviting you to do your banking with us anytime, anywhere. Just go to dhbanknd.com or download the mobile app for convenient on-the-go banking, serving you with locations across North Dakota and northwestern Minnesota. Dakota Heritage Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
At Abra Auto Body and Glass in Grand Forks, they make sure your vehicle gets the best standard of care to get it back on the road as quickly as possible. Lonnie and his team are some of the most highly trained in the industry. With state-of-the-art technology and superior products, your vehicle will leave in great condition. With their drive-in claims area, the process is smooth and easy. Let Abra Auto Body and Glass in Grand Forks provide you and your vehicle with premium care and attention. Open 8 to 5:30 Monday through Friday. Abra Auto Body and Glass of Grand Forks.
As we head to the top of the third inning here on Your Live Event, I'm Chase Miller alongside Joey Hughes. Thank you so much for tuning in here on YourLiveEvent.com to the Region 1 Baseball Tournament. As we head to the bottom of the third inning, Macau, Barstead, and Holzer due up. Bottom of the seventh in Hankinson, 4-3 Northern Cass over Hillsborough Central Valley in a loser out game of the Region 1 Softball Tournament. So we'll keep you apprised of that once that does go final as well. Winner will play Kindred Richland tomorrow in a state qualifier. First pitch swinging is Noah. The junior designated hitter hits a high fly ball to center, way back to the warning track, and this one will hit the wall. Huzar will have to come in and play it. Throws it to the third baseman in Hoppy, and it's a loud ringing double for Noah as the Squirrels get their first base runner of the contest since Logan Broughton got on board with an error back in the first. It's their first hit of the contest, and when Noah hit that one, it was a fly ball, but Huzar just kept going farther and further back, and for a second, you thought it might have gone out, but that one hits the wall, and Macau able to get on board here with a double, and for the Central Cass Squirrels, this is their first base runner into scoring position here against Jacob Ossie. Before that, Ossie, 2 innings of work. No strikeouts, no walks, no hits prior to that, so the no-hitters for both teams go awry here in the third. Cam Barstead, the senior left fielder, will dig in now. Barstead looking to bunt this one, backhanded by Waits, and goes down trying to pick off Noah. He's out! Cal Hamry calls him out. What a play by Carter Wadeson. We've seen that arm work wonders here in Castleton over the weekend and now on a Monday, and they apply the tag, and Carter able to gun down Noah for the first out of the contest here in the third. As Hoyland applies the tag, and that has an early indication with the 1-0 pitch. This will miss for a RDK Enterprises feature precision play of the contest. Also for Northern Cass fans, you can rejoice. A 4-3 win over HCV when it comes to softball as well. So the Jags are moving on in the Region 1 softball tournament with a 4-3 win over Hillsborough Central Valley. Northern Cass picks up the victory. Here's the 2-1 pitch to Barstead. Barstead hits it right back up the middle. Ossie able to field this position nicely, underhands it, and it's 1-3. Sometimes when you're the lower seed trying to pull off the upset, you need plays that Carter Waitson kind of did there. A ringing double that was nearly a homer to straightaway center, and it needed to be a perfect throw to get Noah out at second. After Macau kind of took a step towards third, and it was a perfect throw as this one will miss. To Cole Holzer, the senior third baseman here. Holzer so far in the tournament has played 1 game, 0 for 3 with a walk. The 1-0 offering, that'll miss out of the zone. Now OC falling behind. Holzer here. 2 balls, no strikes on the way as Northern Cass also is getting a pitcher warmed up here in the bullpen. The 2-0 pitch, this one will be in there for a strike. It's now 2-0. Take a look at the Jags. It's Parker Anderson that's warming up here in the Northern Cass bullpen right now, trying to get the lefty potentially going through this Central Cass battery. It's now 3 balls and a strike. Take a look at what OC did again. 52 pitches entering play here in this one. The 3-1 offering. That'll miss. It'll be a 5-pitch walk for Holzer. First free pass here for OC. And now you'll get to Logan Broughton here, who reached base on an error his last time up. As Logan Broughton will take a look at Coach Dustin Maggio up the third base line. Here, runner at first is Holzer, who will take his lead held on by Clemens. And we have seen when you get on first, pitchers are paying attention to those base runners, and right on cue, Holzer dives back in. There's not even a pitch more times than not here once a runner gets on first. The pitcher is immediately in this championship looking over to keep that runner as close as he can. 2 down here in the bottom half of the third. First pitch swinging as Broughton as this one is fouled, and this one will go to the concession stand overneath us, nearly, as this one will be a strike. It'll be 0-1. So you saw the double play in the first inning, then you got a pickoff here in the third. Central Cass has run themselves into a couple of outs so far here against Jacob Ossie. The 0-1 offering upcoming. This one will miss. Now it'll be 1 ball and 1 strike. For Northern Cass, top of the 4th inning, Hoyland, Huzar, and Clement, the 2-3-4 batters in the lineup, top of the 4th. OC looks back, Holzer, the 1-1 offering. This one comes in at the hands. It'll miss for a ball, now 2-1. We will have continuous coverage here of more high school softball and baseball tomorrow and throughout the week. 2-1 pitch in there for a strike at 2-2. Region 2 baseball softball continues tomorrow. Region 3 baseball continues tomorrow, and Region 1 softball as well. The question, will baseball here in Region 1? The 2-2 nearly got the outside part of the plate. It'll now be 3-2. And we'll have the EDC softball tournament Friday and Saturday from Mickelson. Always a fun tournament. Grand Forks Red River, the number 1 overall seed. They're scheduled to begin play tomorrow. The 3-2 offering, this one is going to be popped up. I'll see who calls between Metzger and Huzar. Huzar calls Metzger off, and that'll retire the Squirrels here in the 3rd. Central Cass gets a leadoff double. Macau was then picked off. Barstead grounder. Holzer with a walk, and Broughton with a flyout. 3 complete, scoreless on yourliveevent.com.
Since its beginning, the Central Cass Booster Club has generated and helped sustain fan interest in the men's and women's athletic programs at Central Cass High School. Through the years, that mission has brought in to also enhance the youth programs throughout the community. For more information, search Central Cass Booster Club on Facebook or email centralcassboosterclub@gmail.com. That's centralcassboosterclub@gmail.com. Go Squirrels!
Did you know that Bassett Motors has over 300 pre-owned vehicles to choose from and a great selection of new vehicles arriving daily? At Bassett Motors, hometown hospitality and personal service is their goal. Come and experience a relaxed buying process. They will handle everything from financing and licensing to accessorizing your new vehicle. Give them a call at 701-652-2955 or check them out online at BassettMotors.com. Bassett Motors, where our customers send their friends.
Top of the 4th inning we go here on your live event. Hoyland, Huzar, and Clement here, as Hoyland has popped out his last time up. That was to the first baseman Holzer in the 1st inning. Here's the 1-0. A little bit of wind, more of a crosswind, if you will, from right to left, from that right field to left field foul pole, as we're in the middle part of this contest. High school baseball goes 7 unless there's a 10-run rule. Then it's official after 4.5 or 5, depending on if it's the home or visiting team. And Maggio, as he did in the 3rd, fell behind some of these Jags batters and is doing so here in the 4th to begin with Chris Hoyland. 3-0. That'll miss, a 4-pitch walk, and the first free pass here by Maggio. As Trey Huzar will dig in now for the Jags. 0-for-1 with a flyout to Verkota in center field. You have Barstead in left and Broughton in right in the outfield. Boer at 3rd with Mitchell at short, Parker at 2nd, Holzer holding the runner, Hoyland on at 1st. First pitch swinging is Huzar. It's now 0-1. The battery mate, Pearson, catching here with Maggio. So again, Northern Cass picks up the win in softball 4-3 over HCV. So the 6th seed in softball, one of the final 3 teams remaining in Region 1. The 0-1 pitch. This one will miss, and Northern Cass softball fans say, hey, we started the season off beating Central Cass for the first time in program history. Now you're 1 win away from making it to state. So trying to bookend the season pretty nicely when it comes to at least the Region 1 portion. 1 ball, 1 strike on the way as Hoyland takes his lead off of 1st. This one in there for a strike, 1-2. Also, kudos goes out to Scott Koss and the Central Cass Squirrels. They got upset last year to Hillsborough Central Valley. First time in program history they didn't make state since it was sanctioned in North Dakota. And the very next year, they able to get back to the state tournament in Jamestown. Here's the pick. Hamry calls him safe, and we'll do it again at 1 ball and 2 strikes. If there's someone that you don't want to run around here when it comes to Northern Cass with the lineup, it's this man at the plate and Trey Huzar. Maggio with the 1-2. This will be in the dirt. Nice backhand by Pearson, and it'll be 2-2. Northern Cass, 3 batters in the 1st, 3 batters in the 2nd, 4 batters in the 3rd. Central Cass, the same thing with 1 with 3 batters in the first and the second and 4 in the third. The 2-2. This is hit up the middle, and that's going to be a base knock on the way here for Trey Huzar. Nice piece of hitting for Trey. Got the extension, put it right back up the middle, and the Jags got something cooking here in the fourth with runners at first and second. Their second hit off of Maggio. The old adage in baseball, leadoff walk comes back to haunt, and we'll see if that holds true here in the top of the fourth inning with Sam Clement. Clement taking a look back at what he did last game, a single, a double, a walk, and a line drive out with 2 runs scored. So the junior first baseman is doing a little bit of everything right now here for the Jags. Holzer and Boer in on the grass on the corners. Clement will see a curveball in for a strike. Here's the 0-1 offering as Clement comes back in, and then he will get another timeout here with Eric Olson behind the plate. Looking to bunt was Clement. He takes the bump back. This one will miss. It's now 1-1. Interesting to also see what the defense does in that situation. If Boer comes down and charges at third, the shortstop then and Mitchell would have to cover. Holzer was coming down the entire way, and more than likely Eli would like to stay at third base if he can, if that bunt is hit anywhere near close to Maggio, if it is a bunt. The 1-1 offering looks to swing and hit, and it's a productive one at that. Nearly did exactly what he wanted to do. Holzer came in about another 5-10 feet. He put the bat back, then swung at it. He was just trying to slip it by Holzer if he could. Hoyland might have came in and scored, but regardless, it works like a sacrifice bunt. 4-3 on the putout, and there's runners in scoring position, and this is the best opportunity for Northern Cass here against Carter Maggio so far. Carter Wadeson with a flyout his last time up to right to Broughton for the second out of the second. As Boer comes in nearly step for step with a runner at third in Hoyland, that is. This one it will be a strike. It's now 0-1. Mitchell playing behind, playing even with the bag almost at second is Parker, and the same for Holzer here. So if you can hit one on the ground, if you don't get one in the air, if you're Carter and hit to the shortstop, it looks like Central Cass will give up the run there, especially with the runner at second. And Trey Huzar, big cut, swung on a miss with Carter. It's now 0-2. Carter Maggio, 2 strikeouts, a walk. So far has given up 2 hits as well in 3 1/3 innings of work. Looking for punch-out number 3. Carter trying to get one in the air. The 0-2. This is going to be hit on the ground. Maggio looks back, the runner. He's got him in a pickle. Throws it behind him, and this one's going to sail to left field. Runner comes in to score as Hoyland. Trey Huzar rounds third. He's coming on in as well. And Northern Cass takes a 2-0 lead. Hoyland comes in. Huzar comes in. Wadeson put the ball in play. It's an error on Maggio as he was looking to get the runner back at third in Hoyland, but he threw it around Boer. It'll be an E1 and 2 runs come in here, and it's a new score on the Bank North scoreboard. It's 2-0 in favor of Northern Cass. Dustin Maggio will come on and talk it over with the infield here. A costly error by Central Cass, their first of the game. In the top of the 4th inning, and Northern Cass now plates 2 here with Hoyland and Huzar. As we said, best opportunity for Northern Cass to punch a couple runs across and put the ball in play. Good things can happen to you, and that's the old adage when it comes to high school baseball and softball. Maggio did the right thing. He caught it, he looked back the runner, but then as he was running the runner back to third, just threw it over and around Eli Boer at third, and 2 runs come in. So unfortunate play there from a Central Cass perspective. Northern Cass, how greedy can you get now with an extra out here with a runner in scoring position with Wadeson? And Hoppy takes a strike. He struck out his last time up, 0-1. Seems like when Maggio is dealing, he's got that big curveball working really well. The 0-1 pitch. This one will come in and miss him. It's now 1-1. Batter number 5 of the inning here for Northern Cass in the top of the 4th. Northern Cass must win here in this championship to force game number 2. That's scheduled for tomorrow. The 1-1 in the dirt, backhanded by Pearson. It's now 2-1. Bottom of the fourth inning for the Squirrels. Verkota, Mitchell, and Maggio, some heavy hitters coming up in the lineup. 2, 3, and 4 batters for the Squirrels. The question is, how much will they be down by once we get there? The 2-1 offering. This will miss, now 3-1 as you have some kids enjoying the playground and alongside the basketball hoops on the hard top here over in left center field. 3-1 upcoming. That's going to be hit on the ground, and that's going to be a base knock through. Wadeson is going to round third, and then Sam Johnson at the very last moment puts up the two-handed stop sign. He had him rounding, and about the time Barstead picked up the ball, he put both of his hands up, had to take a knee even to do so. Wadeson, though, gets the third base. Hoppy gets a single on the way. The third base knock here against Maggio. Runners at the corners with one down, and Northern Cass just keeps passing the baton so far here in the fourth. Carter Westland with a pop-out his last time to Maggio to begin the third inning. So 2 runs across so far for Northern Cass, and this is the situation, especially with the wheels of Hoppy, where Northern Cass loves to do that to delayed or a double steal here and see what the infield will do and maybe try to steal a run as Hoppy gets back over at first. So Northern Cass 2 runs across so far here in the fourth inning. It's the Region 1 Baseball Championship here on YourLiveEvent.com from Castleton. Chase Miller, Joey Hughes with you here. This one will miss for a ball. It's now 1-0. For more games, simply subscribe to our YouTube channel. You can watch on demand games that were from the previous part of the regional tournaments, or simply go to our website. That's YourLiveEvent.com. Take a look today. We had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Here's the bunt as this one's going to be hit up the first base line. Maggio flips it. Now they got the runner at third base here, and Wadeson in a pickle. Pearson trying to apply the take. Does he go off the runners? Yes, he did. So Wadeson went about a good 2 to 3 feet in outside the base pass here in terms of the running opportunity. So the bunt comes down. Westland will get on board with a fielder's choice. Wadeson is retired. Hoppy will take third, and Westland now will be at first, and there's 2 down as OC comes up to the plate. Just today here on YourLiveEvent.com, this is our 16th game between baseball and softball, between Region 1, 2, and 3 in baseball and Region 1 and 2 in softball. So the Red River Valley and even out to Steele, North Dakota, we got you covered here today. 2 down here in the fourth. This one will be in there for a strike at 0-1. Nice play again by Maggio. He was able to field his position. Good underhand to Pearson. And about 10, 15 feet away was Wadeson, and then he knew he was going to be in trouble. Here's the 0-1. Speaking of in trouble, the Twins lose again, 12-3. So the Minnesota Twins have lost 7 consecutive games as the Washington Nationals take a 12-3 win. Pablo Lopez picks up the loss. He's 4-4 on the season. 1-1 pitch, swung on and missed, now 1-2. So that summer sausage must have gone rank as they've now lost 7 consecutive games after having double-digit wins. The 1-2 pitch on the way for Maggio. This is going to be scolded right to the shortstop. Mitchell gloves it, goes the short way, and they get him at second base as Parker was able to get there a step ahead of Westland. But Northern Cass scores 2 runs across in the top half of the fourth on the Bank North scoreboard on YourLiveEvent.com.
There's a new inventory of trailers at Bloomfield Enterprises of Hillsborough. You can see the latest inventory online at BloomfieldTrailers.com. Bloomfield Enterprises has a full line of Big Tex trailers. Big Tex has affordable and versatile utility trailers for all your jobs. Big Tex has a full line of products from ATV trailers to gooseneck to dump trailers and more. Call Larry at 218-368-7989 or Tim at 701-430-0877. Bloomfield Enterprises in Hillsborough.
Meet Blake, the messiest 4-year-old on the planet. He's no ordinary durability tester. Meet SmartStrand, no ordinary carpet. With all pet protection, it's the softest, most durable, easiest to clean carpet on the planet. When Blake's barn got a comfy makeover, SmartStrand came clean, even went up against a 2-ton rhino. Made to withstand all walks of life. Ask for SmartStrand, rhino tested, rhino approved.
Available at Carpet World. CarpetWorldFargo.com.
Going back to the Minnesota Twins now, they're just one game above 500 at 24-23 now with a 7-game losing streak. Pablo Lopez, 5 innings of work, 8 hits, 7 earned, 1 walk, and 5 strikeouts on 74 pitches. So it was not Pablo Day in the nation's capital. As we head to the bottom of the 4th inning here on yourliveevent.com, Carter Vercona, Braden Mitchell, and Carter Maggio here, 2, 3, and 4 batters. Northern Cass leads it by 2. Now it's a matter of can they hang on to it here against a potent lineup in Central Cass, which has scored, and scored some more. Coming into this game in 2 games of the Region 1 tournament, Central Cass was batting as a team average .456 as this one is sitting on the ground. Hoyland backhands it. The shortstop does it again. 6-3 on the putout, and Carter Vercona is retired on 2 pitches. Coming into this game against Central Cass, 26 hits, 27 runs on 57 at-bats here in this tournament as they defeated Fargo Oak Grove 18-0-5 and knocked down Northern Cass in the semis to get here 11-3. This one will miss for a ball with Braden Mitchell. It's now 1-0. Mitchell with a grounder his last time up to Hoppy at third base. 1 down here in the bottom of the 4th. This one will miss for a ball at 2-0. Region 1 championship again here on yourliveevent.com. It's a double elimination. Game 2 scheduled for tomorrow. Barring, again, does Northern Cass win, and also barring Mother Nature with weather, which the forecast doesn't necessarily look the greatest for the next 24 hours, as this will miss now 3-0. No matter what happens after the conclusion of this game, stay with us on our Petro Stopping Center's post-game show. The All-Region team, the Senior Athlete and Coach of the Year, will all be announced. The 3-0 pitch, and their 4th strike now 3-1. So we will for surely get to that no matter what here tonight, part of the post-game show. 3-1 offering from Osi. That'll miss, and Mitchell will take the walk. Osi with the second free pass of the contest. He had one with Cole Holzer in the last inning, and now Braden Mitchell stands at first base as it's Carter Maggio 0 for 1 today with a grounder to Hoyland as Sam Johnson is going to come out here. We'll see if we see a new pitcher as we saw a lefty warming up earlier here for Northern Cass, and I think we might. Parker Anderson looks like he might be coming out here for Jacob Osi. We'll let you know about the changes next on yourliveevent.com.
At Cass County Mutual Insurance Company, they provide services to homeowners, farm owners, tenants, seasonal dwellings, mobile homes, and farm and personal liability. Cass County Mutual Insurance provides local service to all policyholders and is working with clients in 19 counties in the southeast portion of North Dakota. For more information about Cass County Mutual Insurance Company or to find an agent closest to you, go online to CassCountyMutualInsuranceCompany.com and use their agent locator.
Central is to foster student excellence in cooperation with family and community and to provide educational opportunities in a safe and caring environment. Thank you to everyone who has helped make this mission a reality. The STEM Center, Theater, Music Wing, Early Childhood Center, Wellness Center, and Athletic Complex will help set students up for success in school and life after graduation. They wish everyone at Central Cass good luck this year with academics and activities as you grow into the new space and move forward with excellence.
As Jacob Osi goes 3 1/3 innings, gives up 1 hit, 2 walks, no strikeouts, and no runs against. He is on the hook for Mitchell at first base. We saw Parker Anderson last inning warming up down the third base line, so Parker Anderson will come on for his first inning of work of the tournament. And for Northern Cass, this will be their 6th pitcher of the tournament. We've seen Huzar, Metzger, Hoyland, Waits, and Osi. And earlier today, we were able to see Metzger, Huzar, and Hoyland as they were able to work a nice performance against the Vikings, minimizing Kindred to just 1 run, 5 hits, leaving 8 runners left on base. Metzger went 3 2/3. Trey Huzar was going at 2 1/3, and then Chris Hoyland came out and finished it off in the last inning of work for Northern Cass. So we're going to see the lefty Parker Anderson take the mound here, and Carter Maggio 0 for 1 today will be the first batter again against Parker Anderson. Jacob Osi, though, the book is not done on him, barring what happens to Mitchell with 1 down here in the bottom of the 4th inning. So runner at first base is Braden Mitchell as he will take his lead, being held on there by Clement. Anderson looks back. The runner pitches and waits and does a good job of blocking that one in the dirt. It's now 1-0. I'd like to thank all of the Region 1 ADs as well for allowing us to come into their venues and coming through, particularly Travis Lamar here in Castleton. Also with Brent Wolf and Fargo Oak Grove, one of the Region 1 tournament directors here of this baseball tournament. So thank you to those two in particular, but for everyone across Region 1. This is going to be fouled, and that'll go for a strike. It's now 1-1. Also, thank you, the viewers, and thank you to the sponsors who allow us to come out and broadcast these games. And once you get to this time of the season, you enjoy the month of May. Summer is slowly but surely upon us. The 1-1 is fouled back now. 1-2 as Maggio is trying to time up Parker Anderson. And Trey Huzar could still come back in and pitch one more time. He's got about 15 pitches. And take a look at Metzger. Metzger, he is officially done with how many pitches that he has thrown. And then Hoyland could come back as well. Here's the 1-2. Swung on and missed, and Anderson gets the first strikeout of the game here for Northern Cass pitcher. Big out number 2 here, as it's Eli Boer who lined out to Trey Huzar in center his last time up in the second. So far, Northern Cass has just made the most of their opportunities. Central Cass has had a couple of base running blunders, 2 outs so far on the base pass. 1 in the first, and then 1 back in the 3rd inning. So Northern Cass will gladly take it. 1 ball, no strike. A tying run at the plate again, and Eli pick over to first, and getting back safely there is Braden Mitchell. Northern Cass top of the 5th inning. They will send their 9-1-2 batters to the plate. Here's the 1-0. That one will miss. Now 2-0. Region 2 baseball tournament. Thompson in the championship, 1 game away from making it back to another state tournament. They will play the winner of either Hatton Northwood or Nelson County in the championship tomorrow, as this one is going to be popped up. The left fielder, Hoyland, calls everybody off, and there's an out. That'll retire the Squirrels here in the 4th. No runs, no hits, no errors, and a runner left on base. That does it for Jacob Hosty officially. 3 1/3 innings, 1 hit, no runs, 2 walks, and a strikeout as Parker Anderson comes on and gets 2 down as we head to the 5th on your liveevent.com.
Here at Dakota Heritage Bank in Red Lake Falls, we pride ourselves on serving you with experienced, friendly bankers who make all decisions locally. Our bankers are available to help you with any of your financial needs. We offer a variety of deposit products from checking accounts to IRAs. Our quick local decisions allow you to borrow money and make your purchases today. Stop in or call one of our local friendly bankers today at 218-253-2265. Member FDIC.
Emery Vistos Implement has been family-owned and operated since 1935. Located in Oaks, North Dakota, they sell CarQuest automotive parts and numerous lines of agriculture parts. Make sure you check out their garden center with all new grills, smokers, and griddles. Plus, you'll have to stop by and check out their Ariat and Cinch clothing section, along with Ariat and Twisted X footwear. At Emery Vistos Implement, anything you need is under one roof. Stop in just south of Oaks on Highway 1 or call 701-742-2167.
Here's an update brought to you in part by the Red River Valley Fair for an in-game update. 2 runs for Northern Cass. Those both coming in the top of the 4th inning. So far, 3 hits. They've left 3 runners on with no errors. Well, for the Central Cass Squirrels, no runs, 1 hit. They have committed an error with 2 runners left on base, and actually Northern Cass has also committed an error. That's a look at the line score and an in-game update here on your liveevent.com. This update brought to you in part by, again, the Red River Valley Fair, with 3 great days of entertainment upcoming here. No balls and 2 strikes on the way, as this one will be to the new pitcher again in Parker Anderson. And Anderson sees this one missing. It'll be now 2-1-2. Red River Valley Fair. We'll get to those dates in a moment. The 1-2 pitch. Swung on and miss. And Maggio gets his 3rd strikeout. June 28th through the 30th, July 4th through the 7th, and July 11th through the 14th. Moving to a 3-day weekend format. The third-day weekend will have July 11th, 12th, 13th, and 14th. Blake Shelton, Breaking Benjamin, Riley Green, and the Disney Princesses will be making their way to the Valley Speedway. That'll all be, again, at the Red River Valley Fair. For more information, go to redrivervalleyfair.com. With a look at our box score in-game update, the 0-1 pitch swung on foul back. It's now 0-2 to Metzger. 0 for 2 so far today with a strikeout and a lineout here for the Jags in a contest that got underway nearly an hour ago. 56 minutes to be precise. The 0-2 foul back, and we'll do it all over again. Hopefully not too far down the tree line there, as we've already had one of our broadcast partners get a foul ball into the windshield down in Hankinson. 0-2 pitch, and Maggio with back-to-back strikeouts, 2 down. Maggio with a strikeout in the first, a strikeout in the second, and now he gets back-to-back here in the fifth, as will be Chris Hoyland, 0 for 1 with a walk and a run scored. A leadoff walk did come back to haunt Central Cass there in the fourth inning. There's the breaking ball in there for a strike now, 0-1. 2 runs. The question is, will that be enough as we continue to move out through this one for the Jags against the Squirrels, as Hoyland hits a high fly ball to center. Vercoto waiting underneath it, and a nice, quick, tidy inning for Carter Maggio. 3 up, 3 down here in the top of the fifth on the Bank North scoreboard. As we go to the bottom of the fifth inning, Cale Pearson batting leadoff here for the Central Cass Squirrels.
At Enbridge, we believe sustainability is the foundation of our success. How well we perform as a steward of our environment, a safe operator of essential energy infrastructure, a good neighbor, and a diverse employer defines our success. Learn more about Enbridge's environmental, social, and governance commitments and our Indigenous Reconciliation Plan at enbridge.com.
Great Plains Fireworks and Sports Collectibles, Hillsboro. Fireworks and sports stuff in the same store? That's right. Great Plains Fireworks and Sports Collectibles, Hillsboro. Come in and browse the sports cards and memorabilia and fireworks at the same time. Unopened packs and boxes of sports cards, plus pre-owned cards as well. Jersey swatch, autograph cards, lots of Twins, Vikings, Wolves, Wild, Lynx, and North Stars memorabilia, bobbleheads, caps, and more. Call anytime, 701-436-6140. Great Plains Fireworks and Sports Collectibles, Hillsboro.
Bottom of the fifth inning we go here in Castleton. A reminder, stay tuned to our Petro Stopping Center's post-game show. It will be elongated one way or another, as we'll have the All-Region 1 team, the senior athlete, and the coach of the year as well. Eric Olson calling balls and strikes. Pat Adair, the third base umpire, and Cal Hamry is the first base umpire. As we'll have Cal Pearson here with Muckow and Barstead, the 6, 7, and 8 batters due up here for the Central Cass Squirrels. Jacob O.C., 3 1/3. Parker Anderson with 2/3 of an inning, as now the junior catcher here again in Pearson. Here's the pitch, as this one will miss. It's now 1-0. So O.C. did his job. Now it's a matter of Parker Anderson doing his, and then how long does Sam Johnson let him go? Because the interesting part again is you do have Trey Huzar in your back pocket to have one more appearance in about 15 pitches remaining. If you found yourself in a situation where, let's say, Central Cass got a couple runners on with about an out, you might say, hey, Trey, we need 2 outs, get us out of the situation with some strikeouts. Then you need someone else to come in at that spot with some of the pitching that could come into play. The 2-0 pitch, swung on and missed. Big swing by Pearson. It's now 2-1. So far for Central Cass, their lone base runner is Noah Muckow. That's the lone hit, that opened up the third. Otherwise, everything else has been either a walk or an error that has allowed the Squirrels to get on. 2 balls, 2 strikes to the junior catcher here. Barstead 3 of 7 in the tournament with 3 runs driven. Pearson, that is. The 2-2 is going to be foul back. I was taking a look at Pearson. He's 2 of 8, that is, with 2 runs driven in. Barstead, as we alluded to, will be coming up. He is officially 3 of 7 in the tournament. The 2-2, that goes back right to the pitcher. Anderson makes the throw to Clement, 1-3. And this is one thing that Northern Cass has done. They've made the plays in front of them for the most part here today. Bottom of the 5th inning. Can they do that for 8 more outs? That'll be the question. Noah nearly hit a solo homer to lead things off in the 3rd, which would have given Central Cass a 1-0 lead. 1 down here in the bottom of the 5th inning. The righty on the way here in Anderson has worked an inning now in relief. This one will miss for a bull. It's 1-0. 1 ball, no strikes on the way with 1 out here. Here's the 1-0 offering. This one is a towering foul ball, as this will maybe make its way all the way to the football field behind us. It'll be 1-1. Going back and taking a look at Central Cass this season, just a ton of runs when it comes to what they've been able to put across. 1-1 is going to miss in the dirt, now 2-1. They lost 5-4 to the Vikings back on April the 12th in Kindred. They only scored 4 runs. They were held to 3 runs against Northern Cass back on the 23rd of April, when they won 3-2, and they also beat Northern Cass 8-3. So the Jakes have done a good job minimizing the damage here against the Squirrels. Oh, it's 3-1, and a 3-0 win against the Vikings back on May the 10th, and that's about it. So the least amount of runs this season for the Squirrels is 3, just a handful of times. The 3-1 offering. That'll miss, and Noah has had himself a fine evening. A double and a walk here. The first one given up by Anderson. The 3rd of the contest for Northern Cass on the free pass, and now it's Cam Barstead. Barstead 0 for 1 with a ground out, as he will come up now, the number 8 batter in the lineup for the Squirrels. 2 runs across so far for Northern Cass. Central Cass trying to at least plate 1 here in the 5th. We'll see what they can do with Noah at first base. Anderson. This one's going to be hit. Anderson gives it to the shortstop there as Hoyland bobbles it, but he does get the out. Obviously, Northern Cass would have loved a tailor-made double play, but instead, Noah Muckow is recorded out here at second base, as Muckow will be out. So Anderson gives it to Hoyland there, and it will be 1-6 on the putout as Barstead will reach on the fielder's choice, and there's 2 down. So good job by Hoyland there to make sure, one, he either tagged or touched the base before Noah Muckow was able to get there. Runner at first now is Barstead. He'll stay put on this one. This will miss out of the zone. It's 1-0, then goes back to the top of the lineup with Logan Broughton. Anderson looks back, the runner at first in Barstead, being held on there by Clement. The 1-0 pitch, that'll miss. Now 2-0. 2 balls, no strikes on the Bank North scoreboard here. Bottom of the 5th inning in the Region 1 championship here in Castleton on this Monday night. 2-0 offering on the way from the lefty in Anderson. This will miss for a ball, now 3-0. So we saw Anderson come on. This will be the second 3-ball count. Had one to Noah just 2 batters ago and walked him. Holzer earned a walk against OC back in the 3rd. 3-0 pitch on the way. Holzer taking the entire way. That'll be 3-1. Northern Cass top of the 6th inning. Huzar, Clement, and Waits in the heart of the lineup due up in the 6th for the Jags. 3-1 offering on the way. Big swing by Holzer. This is flared out to center. Huzar comes in to retire the side on the flyout. There were no runs, no hits, no errors, and a runner left on base. Parker Anderson, an inning in a 2/3. 1 walk and a strikeout. 5 complete on our Bank North scoreboard. Jags lead by 2 on your liveevent.com.
Farmers, are you expanding, upgrading, or want to automate? Visit with the experienced staff at Hope Electric to learn about the latest electrical systems and the newest technologies that they have developed to make your operation more efficient. Get a custom system in place with features like iPad truck loading and remote view grain storage, touchscreen controls, hazard monitoring systems, and wireless cellular cameras to protect your assets. Hope Electric, serving the agricultural and commercial industry since 1978. Visit hopeelectric.com or call 701-945-2460.
Top of the sixth inning we go. As we alluded to, the heart of the lineup here going up against Carter Maggio. Maggio, 5 innings of work so far. 3 hits, 2 runs. They were both unearned, but it was on an error that Maggio threw the boor at third base and just kind of airmailed it to left. As this one's going to be hit on the ground by Trey Huzard and Mitchell over at short. Mitchell in time with the Holzer stretch and glove. 6-3 on the butout as Trey Huzard was hustling up the first base line. So now Maggio, 5 1/3 innings of work, 4 strikeouts, a walk, 2 runs, and 3 hits as Trey Huzar is retired. Now Sam Clement, 0 for 2 in this one. Central Cass is down to their final 6 outs of the game if the score holds here. This will come and hit him right on the helmet. Sam looks to be okay as he will make his way. That'll be the second free pass with Maggio here, and that brings up Carter Waitson. Waitson reached base back on the 4th on the error. As there's going to be one down here as Sam Clement will be a courtesy runner here. As coming on will be Colin Mitchell, the freshman. So Mitchell will courtesy run here for Clement and take his way at first, and they'll just double check that Clement is looking to be all right as he made his way up the first base line. So one down here in the top of the 6th as Carter Waitson 0 for 2 today, but again reached base on the air back in the 4th. This is going to be hit and a jam shot to the second baseman Parker, who gloves it on the line. There's 2 down as Hoppy will dig in. Hoppy 1 of 2 in this one. So Hoppy right now in Northern Cass. We'll see if there's any play on with 2 outs. If Sam Johnson wants to see if Mitchell can possibly get into scoring position. Maggio does a good job getting quickly to home plate. Pearson has a good arm behind home plate, as we've talked about with Wadeson, so you might not need to worry about too much with base running. But when you're up by 2 right now, that's the gamble, if you will. Try to get a runner in scoring position. If you get caught out, then all of a sudden maybe you take the bat out of Hoppy's hands here with a runner on. Also want to put it past Coach Johnson to try to put a hit and run on. Here goes the runner. This one will be in the dirt. Pearson's throw to the second baseman. Not in time. So stolen base for Mitchell. Parker came across. Good steal there by Mitchell, as we alluded to. Now you're in scoring position with 2 down here, and a single by Hoppy could potentially plate the 3rd run here for Northern Cass. As Mitchell will take his lead, being held on by Parker at second. The 1-0 pitch from Maggio. This will be breaking ball. That'll miss out of the zone. Now 2-0 with Carter Westland as the next on-deck batter here for Northern Cass. 2 balls, no strikes with 2 outs here. 4th batter of the inning for the Jags. Maggio brings the fastball across in there for a strike as that goes off the glove of Pearson. Now 2-1. Squirrels will be bringing the top of the lineup, Broughton, Verkota, and Mitchell in the bottom half of the 6th inning. Northern Cass takes their lead with Mitchell again at second. Maggio doesn't look back the runner. The 2-1 in the dirt, smothered there by Pearson. It's now 3-1. Here, Mitchell, if Maggio doesn't look back at you another time, you might think about going to third. The problem is if you get retired at third, you better get it with 2 outs here in the 6th inning. Maggio this time looks back the runner, the 3-1. That'll be in there for a strike at 3-2. So 3-2 to the number 6 batter in the Northern Cass lineup here with 2 outs. Payoff pitch upcoming by Maggio. That'll miss. Hoppy takes a 6-pitch walk. Second free pass of the inning. And then all of a sudden you will get the runner going late to third base here. And Central Cass nearly threw him out, as we just were alluding to that one. So now runners will be at the corners. Northern Cass fortunate Mitchell didn't go out. And Sam Johnson talks it over with Mitchell there, and if that would have been an out, that would have been the end of the inning for Northern Cass. Instead now they got runners at first and third and nearly ran themselves out of the inning. As we'll have Carter Westland looking over now to Sam Johnson as Hoppy again, who does have wheels, stands at first base as Westland will come out taking a look at the signs by Coach Johnson here. So Mitchell stands at third. The runner at first is Hoppy, and Carter Westland 0 for 2 today. Reached base on a fielder's choice back in the 4th inning. Maggio looks back the runners at first and third. And here's the runner at first base as Maggio's just going to go towards third immediately and let the runner at first, Hoppy, just slowly make his way to second. So Hoppy immediately stepped off first base, took an extra lead, and then got himself in a scoring position. So 2 down now with 2 runners in scoring position here for Carter Westland. Maggio throws a strike, it's 0-1. Maggio not trying to do anything too cute with the baseball there, going, if we can hold them to 2 here, get the next out, which is Westland, you'll like your chances if you're Central Cass with your bats. This is going to be hit on the ground. Mitchell at shortstop gloves it in time to Holzer to retire the side. 6-3 on the putout. There were no runs across on no hits, no errors, and 2 runners left on base. Maggio has gone 6 on the Bank North scoreboard. Central Cass down by 2 as we have the home half next here in Castleton.
Stop on out to Watts Ace Hardware in Castleton and gear up with name brands from Steel, Milwaukee, Ego, and Craftsman Power Tools. Plus, Watts Ace Hardware has a key cutting and paint mixing section for your own do-it-yourself projects. From their grill selection with Traeger, Blackstone, Weber, and the Big Green Egg to their customer laser engraving center, Watts Ace Hardware is a place you need to check out. Stop in at 1610 Governor's Drive in Castleton for Watts Ace Hardware.
Honesty, loyalty, integrity. At Bank North, we've remained true to these values for generations. They shape the way we do business, work with customers, and support our communities. We've been here for more than a century, helping people grow farms and businesses, finance homes, and pursue their dreams. It's values-based banking, and it's all about working together to strengthen the common threads that bind us together. Bank North, always true.
High school baseball here today on YourLiveEvent.com in Castleton. Northern Cass 2, Central Cass scoreless here in the Region 1 Baseball Championship. Northern Cass trying to find a way to get 6 more outs and then get to tomorrow at 5 o'clock as a scheduled Game 2 if Northern Cass can win. If Central Cass comes back here and scores 3 runs, then they will be trying to win the game in the 7th. Or trying to find a way maybe in the bottom half of the 7th to walk it off. If that's the case and the Squirrels win, they will be making their way to Jamestown as they are 2-0 in this tournament. While for Northern Cass, so far they are 3-1 in the tournament in this double elimination. The 1-seed Squirrels against the 3-seed Jags, and this one has been a dandy so far here in Castleton. Parker Anderson on for the 6th. This one will miss for a ball. It's now 1-0. Parker Anderson an inning and 2/3 of work so far in relief of OC, who went 3 1/3. Logan Broughton 0 for 2 today, batting leadoff for the Squirrels. This one misses, now 2-0. Broughton got aboard on an error back in the first, but then was doubled up after a hit and run. Verkota hit one to center. By the time rounding second was Broughton, by the time Huzar got it in center, it was no doubt about it that he was going to throw him out at first for the double play back in the first inning, and that was one of their base running outs. The other one, Noah Muckow, was picked off at second via the catcher Carter Wadeson as Hoyland applied the tag, and that was in the 3rd. 3 balls, no strikes on the way here to Logan Broughton, that is, as Carter Verkota is due up next. And for Parker Anderson in relief, this is going to be his 3rd 3-ball count to the 7th Central Cass batter. So 3 balls, no strikes, no outs here. As Parker Anderson falls behind the count here, here's the 3-0 opportunity. That'll miss for a 4-pitch walk. So Logan Broughton gets aboard via the walk. Anderson with his 2nd free pass of the contest. And now you have Carter Verkota, who's 0 for 2 here today for Central Cass. Runner at first will be Logan Broughton here, and we'll see what Dustin Maggio wants to do with a tying run at the plate here for the Squirrels. Taking his lead is Broughton off of first, Clement holding the runner. Anderson comes across and getting back safely here at first. Earlier today on your liveevent.com here in Castleton, a Northern Cass 5-1 win over Kindred in the semis. Now they lead 2-0 here over the Squirrels. Looking to bunt. Wadeson looks back to runner. This one will miss out of the zone. It's 1-0. Also earlier today, a Region 1 softball tournament. Hillsborough Central Valley over Hankinson Co-op 11-0. Northern Cass over Enderlin in 5, 23-9. Central Cass defeats Kindred Richland and qualifies for state with a 2-1 win. And Northern Cass upends Hillsborough Central Valley 4-3. So the Jags and the Vikings will play tomorrow for a state qualifier down in Hankinson. Here's the 1-0. That'll miss. Now 2-0. And then on that softball side, the winner of Northern Cass and Kindred Richland will play Central Cass for the Region 1 softball title. 2 balls, no strikes. Parker Anderson, 6 pitches and 6 balls here in the 6th. And that one delivers a strike. It's now 2-1. Gorgeous night for Region 1 baseball here in Castleton. Not too shabby of an evening. Runner at first base again. Logan Broughton takes his lead, getting a little farther every time. The 2-1. That'll be on the outer part of the plate for a strike at 2-2. So Verkota forcing Anderson after a 4-pitch walk to Broughton and 2 consecutive balls to start to him, forcing Anderson to throw a couple of strikes. The 2-2. This is going to be popped. OC coming back, the second baseman, able to glove it for the opening out of the inning. Braden Mitchell, 0 for 1 with a walk, and he's got power for Central Cass. We'll dig in here for the Squirrels, who are down to 5 outs now here in the bottom of the 6th inning. And Central Cass, you can lose this game and still get to state, but you lose this game, maybe a little bit restless night of sleep possibly coming if that's the case. 1 down here with a runner at first with Logan Broughton. The pitch in there for a strike. It's 0-1. Central Cass won the Region 1 tournament last season as a 3 seed. Northern Cass, they're the 3 seed this year, trying to do that again. The 0-1 in there for a strike at 0-2. So Anderson hitting the chalk, or the black, if you will. The chalk, that's not what you want to hit. That's on the dirt. No balls, 2 strikes here as Broughton takes his lead again with 1 out. The 0-2 offering, that was nearly got Mitchell on the inner side. It's now 1-2. Northern Cass fans definitely wanted it as a strike. I think Central Cass fans held their collective breath on that pitch. We'll see what Parker throws here with the 1-2 offering, if he maybe gets Mitchell to fish here, as Mitchell calls time miracles and grants it behind the plate. Patted Dare again up at the third base umpire. Up the first base side is Cale Hamring. 1 ball, 2 strikes here as Clement holds the runner. Anderson with a 1-2. This is going to be a high fly ball hit to left. Westland making his way to the warning track, and he comes up with it. Yes, he did. It's going to be an out. Now they have a chance to double up the runner. Here's the throw to Clement in time. Yes, it is for the double play. Oh, what a play. Westland able to glove it. Logan Broughton didn't see the umpire immediately calling an out or not, so he froze for a second. And by the time Westland was able to relay the ball back in, it's a double play. For the second time tonight, the Jags have turned 2 on a fly ball, 1 to center, and now 1 to left. And both times Broughton was the one out at first base. Oh, what a turn of events as we head to the 7th on your liveevent.com.
It's the North Dakota All-Star Gathering on your live event, as we'll have coverage of the Shields Softball All-Star Series on June 3rd and 4th.
Closey with the 0-2 pitch.
The Optimist Volleyball Series on June 10th and 11th.
Right corner, West is there for the dig. Backs at Bogenry for another kill.
Plus, the Lions All-Star Basketball Series on July 15th and 16th.
Really nice quality second half. Goes off the backboard for the duck to Carson Yale.
For more information, go to yourliveevent.com.
Hungry and on the road, Petro Stopping Center in Fargo has got your back. With an impressive lineup of goodies including Popeye's Chicken, Charlie's Cheesesteaks, Cinnabon, Papa John's, and a mouth-watering full-sized restaurant, the Dolly Down Grill, you'll be spoiled for choice. Whether you're a quick pit stopper or looking to settle in for a while, Petro Stopping Center's Fargo location has got you covered 24/7 every day of the week. Cruise on over to their spot just off 45th Street and I-94 and indulge in a feast fit for the road warrior in you.
Top of the 7th we go. The second time again that Central Cass has ran themselves out of an inning, if you will, with a double play. It happened in the first and now happened in the 6th. Give credit to Westland. Off the bat, that sounded like it could have been gone with Mitchell. He hit it into left center field. Westland able to cover, and then by the time he gloved it, Logan Broughton wasn't sure if he dropped it or not. And by the time Westland threw it in back to the shortstop, Hoyland, who threw it to Clement, able to get the double play. And now it's the top of the 7th inning with Jacob Ossie here at the plate. Ossie, Carter Maggio on the mound. 6 innings of work so far. It's just been one error that's costed Central Cass the 2 runs. That was back in the 4th. The 2-0 pitch in there for a strike at 2-1. If it wasn't for that error, it would be a 0-0 ball game here in the 7th. Instead, it's a 2-1 offering here to Ossie, who's 0 for 2 today. 8-9-1 due up for the Jags. So this one's in there for a strike at 2-2. The 2-2 offering upcoming. Swung on and missed, and Maggio gets his 5th strikeout. 1 in the 1st, 1 in the 2nd, 2 in the 5th, and now 1 in the 7th here. As Anderson will dig in 0 for 1 today with a strikeout. Maggio trying to keep it to a 2-run deficit for the Squirrels when they get up in the 7th. As this one is 0-1. As the Squirrels would be down to their final 3 outs of the contest. Just 1 hit so far here for Central Cass. The 0-1 breaking ball in there for Maggio, now 0-2. Maggio wasting very little time as well on the mound. Gets the ball, looking to deliver, and the 0-2 offering upcoming. Breaking ball, Pearson will finish it off to Holzer here for another strikeout. So Maggio gets his 6th. There's 2 down here in the 7th, and Northern Cass will bring the top of the lineup with Metzger to the plate, who's 0 for 3 today with a pair of strikeouts. As you would expect in a championship game or something later on, sometimes pitchers coming to the forefront. Breaking ball, that one just kind of ties up Metzger, now 0-1. And Carter Maggio has pitched about as well as you could ask a pitcher to do so in a championship. The problem is Northern Cass, this one will be up the third baseline foul at 0-2. The problem is the 2 guys on the opposite end, Ossie and Parker Anderson, have pitched just as well on the opposite side. And then again, there's 3 base running, if you want to call them errors from a base running standpoint, but there's 3 outs on the base pass here for Central Cass that has just minimized any opportunity for them to really get something going here today. No balls, 2 strikes for Maggio as we get a time, as Maggio looking to try to retire the side via the punch out here of Ossie, Wadeson, and Metzger. He's 1 strike away from doing that. The 0-2. And he's able to strike out the side as Maggio now has his 7th strikeout. Maggio has retired 4 straight. We head to the bottom of the 7th. Central Cass needs 2 to tie, 3 to win. Otherwise, Northern Cass and Central Cass will be playing tomorrow for the Region 1 Championship game number 2. We'll find out what's going to happen next in Castleton on yourliveevent.com.
For trusted news, weather, and sports from your community, look to R&J Broadcasting Incorporated, KRJB, KRJM, and KKCQ Radio, and rjbroadcasting.com. Hear local voices from local radio with news and information from the area. your information stations. KRJB, KRJM, and KKCQ Radio and RJBroadcasting.com. Local voices from local radio.
This is Chris from RDK Enterprises, your local precision planting dealer. This spring has been a trying time, and we may feel everything is out of our control. Please remember to slow down and stay safe this spring. Come home to your families each and every night. Please use this time to make sure your planter is ready to go. Keep downtime to a minimum. When you get into the fields, we are here to help you with any planting issues that may come up. RDK Enterprises, 636-2119 or planterdoc.com.
Bottom of the 7th inning, Central Cass down to their final 3 outs of the contest. Carter Maggio, Eli Boer, and then Mr. Pearson due up next. Maggio struck out the side, looking to see if he can get something going offensively here against the O.C. Anderson puzzle. O.C. 3 2/3, 1 hit, 2 walks, 0 strikeouts. Parker Anderson 2 2/3 innings so far, 2 walks and a strikeout. This one will run in. It will be a ball, now 1-0. So far, the only 2 runs via a throwing error back in the 4th inning from Maggio on the mound as he was trying to get the lead runner at third as Hoyland and Huzar came in to score on that throwing error. And that's been the difference so far. It's 2 balls and no strikes. The Squirrels have 3 outs to go to try to tie or walk it off, while Northern Cass has 3 outs to go to try to get it to Game 2 of the championship tomorrow afternoon at 5 o'clock. Here's the 2-0. This is going to be scalded into left center field. The left fielder there in Westland can't get to it. Rounding first, on his way to second is Maggio. This will get to the wall. Here's the throw back in from Westland, and it's a ringing double, and this throw is going to get away, and now Maggio will take third base. You strike out the side. You absolutely tech 2-1 to left, and Maggio on the throwing error will go all the way to third, and the tying run by the name of Eli Boer will step up to the plates. Just like that, Sam Johnson will come out here for Northern Cass, and we'll see if Anderson stays or if he goes to a new pitcher. Parker Anderson is going to make a pitching change here, and this might be Trey Huzar. We'll let you know after. Trey has about 15 pitches to work with here. Northern Cass is 3 outs away, but the tying run comes to the plate. We'll let you know about it next on YourLiveEvent.com.
In times like these, it's good to know there's a place where people know who you are, no matter how long you've been gone. A place where the smells of home cooking are still in the air, where a simple wave warms your heart, and sharing stories is just a way of life. It's good to be home. Farmers Union Insurance, protecting what's important in life.
Your local Castleton agents, Scott Kramer and Tyler Wasleen, wish the Squirrels the best of luck this postseason.
Red River Valley Speedway, what a great place to let your heart race. Excitement second to none. Every Friday night you're gonna feel alright. Your destination for family fun.
Get ready for racing this Friday night at 7 at the Red River Valley Speedway. Family fun for everyone. This week it's Military Appreciation Night and First Responder Night. Sponsored by FM Drain Cleaning and Services, Leinenkugels, and Finley Motors. For details, log on to redrivervalleyspeedway.com.
As we come back here, Trey Huzar will be taking the mound, taking a look at what Trey Huzar did earlier today against the Vikings of Kindred. 203 innings, 2 hits, 2 walks, and 2 strikeouts. Huzar threw 32 pitches. So you add the pitch total up here, and he will have the 32 pitches with the 89 pitches earlier. You will have 14 pitches to work with here as it goes to 135. So Huzar's got 14 pitches to try to get as many outs as he can. So Eli Boer here 0 for 2 today, but Carter Maggio again with a ringing double. Then he takes third base on the air. So 0 for 2 here as Eli comes up, and this one's going to be hit to the third baseman. Hoppy bobbles it. Keeps it in front of him, but the run comes in, and going to first base is going to be Eli. So Maggio comes in to score. Eli will take first base there. It's now 2-1. So Boer will bring in the runner as that hopped Hoppy over at third on 2. That'll be an error by the third baseman here, and coming in to score again will be Maggio. So that's a tough one for the Jags as you have committed 2 errors here in the inning, and you haven't committed one since the first. Looking to bunt, that one will be fouled, and now will be 0-1. So Huzar now down to 12 pitches remaining. This one just got a little more interesting here in the bottom of the 7th with the tying run on the base pass here with Eli. And Mr. Pearson Kale will be coming up to the plate as the go-ahead and then walk-off potential run here for Central Cass. No balls, 1 strike here. Trey Huzar looks back the runner. Looking to bunt. This one's up the third base line. Foul, now 0-2. So Trey gets ahead here on Pearson. And as you keep kind of going through down here with Huzar, how many pitches does he throw before he is officially done? And then where does Sam Johnson go after that? So the first swinging there by Boer kind of helped both parties. It helped maybe Huzar try to come across and see how many more batters he can go, and gets ahead 0-2. This one will come into him. Nope, it gets by, waits in the tie and run, though. Gets in a scoring position with Eli. So Eli immediately taking second base here on the wild pitch, and now all of a sudden Pearson with a 1-2 count. He's going to be swinging away, trying to bring the tying run in from second. Pearson with a pair of groundouts here, looking for at least a productive out. The 1-2. Strike 3 looking, and Huzar gets the punch out. Big strikeout there for Trey. 1 down for Northern Cass. Noah Macau with a double off the wall in center back in the third. He earned a walk in the 5th. A junior designated hitter who's got power in his own right. 1 down. Huzar looks in. First pitch swinging. Noah pops one up. Wadeson, Carter looking for it, looking for it. Oh, what a play by Carter Wadeson. It's a snow cone kind of a night here for Carter. A diving, leaping, stretching, grabbing play of the baseball. 1 pitch and 1 down, and Trey Huzar still has 8 pitches to use, and there's 1 more out that's needed for Northern Cass. What a play by Carter Wadeson behind home plate. He made a big reversal C to get the out. This one will miss low to Cam Barstead. Barstead 0 for 2 today. The tying run in scoring position. Northern Cass needs 1 out to get to tomorrow. 1-0 pitch, swung on and missed. Now 1-1. What a play, though, by Carter Wadeson. If Northern Cass can come on and hang on here in the 7th. The 1-1 offering. This is going to be hit in the air to right center field. That one could possibly split the gap. Metzger comes across. Metzger is not going to be able to get there. Coming in to score is going to be Eli Boer, and Central Cass has tied it up at 2 apiece. Cam Barstead with the RBI single, and we're knotted at 2. Barstead with the base knock. As unable there for Northern Cass, unable to come in on that one with Idso, it looks like, out in right field. And now it's a 2-2 ball game here with the Barstead RBI. This one will miss slow to Cole Holzer as it's 1-0, and this could potentially be the last batter here for Holzer one way or another. This one in there for a strike at 1-1. So a couple of errors come back in hot Northern Cass so far here in the inning. We know we got at least extras if Central Cass is unable to get the winning run across here in the bottom half of the 7th. This one will miss. Now 2-1. Central Cass 6 batters to the plate. These are the most batters they've sent against a Northern Cass pitcher or multiple pitchers here in this one. 3 balls, 1 strike on the way here. The runner at first again is Barstead, the 3-1 offering. That'll miss for a ball. Holzer earns a walk. The game-winning run now in scoring position. And Trey Huzar looks into Sam Johnson to double check again what they have for the pitch count here, just to make sure, and that might be it for Trey Huszar too, as we'll see what Sam Johnson wants to do when it comes to pitching, as right now he brings out Cody Wadeson. And it looks like we'll get a new pitcher, and that new pitcher looks to be by the name of Jacob Osee potentially, as he's kind of taking a look at the mound right now and looking around here as Sam Johnson talks it over with Eric Olson. So a double by Maggio. Eli Boer got on base with an error. Those two both come in. Cam Barstead able to deliver the RBI single to tie the game at 2. He stands at second, and Cole Holzer with the walk stands at first. 2 down here in the 7th. We'll let you know about the defensive changes. Stay with us here on your liveevent.com.
Dakota Heritage Bank is a bank on the go and on the grow, with locations in Hunter, Hope, Galesburg, Hillsborough, Grandin, Gackle, Streeter, Judd, Harvey, Medina, and Red Lake Falls. More locations and more services. Dakota Heritage Bank offers mobile banking and online banking with bill pay, so you can bank anytime, anywhere. Stop in and visit Dakota Heritage Bank today. Sharing our heritage, sharing our future. dhbanknd.com. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Take your softball or baseball skills to the next level with personalized instruction from the professional staff at the Ball Yard. Their mission is to provide area players, young and old, the opportunity to improve their skills in a professional level facility and to provide a high level of instruction to youth players to help them achieve their goals at the Ball Yard. Come and visit the one place in the Fargo-Moorhead area where it's always summer. For more information, go online to fmballyard.com. That's fmballyard.com.
As we come back here in the bottom of the 7th inning, Trey Huszar taking a look at who he faced. A strikeout of Pearson, a pop-out by Noah Muckout to the Carter Wadeson behind the plate. Barstead earned a single, then a walk by Holzer. So 2/3 of an inning, a hit, a walk, and a run. A strikeout, that is. The runs charged, that'll be both to Parker Anderson. Actually, check that. One run will be charged to Parker Anderson. The other will be charged to Huszar. The one by both will not be an earned run as it was via the error. So now you got Cody Wadeson back at second. Clemens stands at first base as you have Hoyland at shortstop. And then from there you have Hoppy at third. Center fielder is Huszar. Metzger makes his way to right, and Westland in left. But all that matters now is what does Logan Broughton do against Osee. This one will miss for a ball. Now 1-0. So 1 ball, no strikes on the way here. Bottom of the 7th inning. Down to the final out for the Squirrels. The 1-0 pitch. That'll miss for a ball at 2-0. Osee here in this one. 2-0 upcoming with 2 outs. The pitch. This one is going to be popped up. The third baseman here in Hoppy will make his way, and this one will go foul. So 2 balls, 1 strike. That was a big league pop-up, if you will, by Logan Broughton. The runner at second base is Barstead. Holzer stands at first. Logan Broughton again will dig in here for Central Cass. Here's the 2-1. This one misses. It's now 3-1. Carter Verkota due up next if Logan Broughton can get aboard here for Central Cass. Even with a walk, it moves the game-winning run 90 feet closer here with Barstead. But Broughton would love to finish it off with a base knock here. They picked the back runner, and sliding back was Cole Holzer. If you're going to pick somewhere, that's the one to try to do if maybe you get the runner trailing the play, thinking, hey, my run doesn't count in terms of trying to get the third and final run, but you might be sleeping over there. So good job by Holzer coming back to get to first base. 3 balls and a strike on the way to Broughton. Swung on and missed. Now it's 3-2. If we get to the 8th, it'll be Hoyland, Huszar, and Clemens. 2, 3, and 4 batters for Northern Cass if we get there. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. The pitch. That'll be a ball, and Broughton takes a walk. his second walk of the game. He's reached base now 3 times, and the bases are full of squirrels. Barstead at third, Holzer at second, Logan Broughton stands at first, and now it'll be Carter Verkota as Sam Johnson going to talk it over here with Eric Olson. So bases full on the way here for Northern Cass, and there's nowhere to put the senior Carter Verkota. Verkota today hit into a double play that was to the center fielder at the time in Trey Huzar in the first. Grounded out in the fourth and popped out his last time up in the sixth. Infield playing straight up. Outfield playing in, trying to take anything that's hit somewhat close. If it is a lashing single somewhere to get the out at home. Verkota takes a strike. Here's the 0-1 from Osi. That'll be in there for strike number 2, and Verkota falls behind the count. 8th batter to the plate here for the Squirrels, trying to win their 4th consecutive Region 1 title. The 0-2 pitch. That'll miss. That'll get Wadeson out of his catcher's position. Now it's 1-2. So 1 ball, 2 strikes here to the number 2 batter in the Central Cass lineup as Osi delivers the 1-2. This is going to be hit on the ground. An opportunity here for the second baseman. They will go the short way. We got extras. Wadeson flips it to a Hoyland, and that'll be 4-6 on the putout. 2 runs come across off of 2 hits. There was 2 errors and 3 runners left on base, and Osi gets out of the pickle here as we're tied at 2 as we head to the top of the 8th inning.
Your family farm has been adapting to challenges in the field for generations. Taupe Insurance is here to help you weather the storm when those challenges arise. Visit with Taupe Insurance today about a quote or review of your policies. Taupe Insurance offers coverage on your farm's assets, crop and hail insurance, plus home and auto, commercial and life insurance. Stop in for a visit today at their office in Castleton or give Taupe Insurance a call at 701-347-4045.
As we head to the top of the 8th inning, extra innings here in Castleton in the Region 1 Championship. Maggio on for his 8th inning of work going up against Hoyland, and this one will miss for a ball. It's now 1-0. It's the Region 1 baseball tournament here on YourLiveEvent.com. Hoyland 0 for 2 today with a walk. Here's the 1-0. This one swings, and now it's going to be 1-1. And just the momentum a little bit. Feels like you could possibly be favoring Central Cass, obviously, with those 2 runs in the 7th, but you leave the bases loaded. What can the Jags do with probably their best part of the lineup up to the plate here against Maggio, and how much gas is in the tank here for Carter in his 8th inning of work? 2 balls and a strike upcoming here to Hoyland. This is going to be hit on the ground. The second baseman, Parker, it's a slow grounder, and it eats him up. Hoyland gets aboard here on an error by the second baseman. Parker, as we alluded to, is a slow grounder. So you're trying to get a speedy Hoyland, knowing that he's hustling up the first base line. And Northern Cass gets a leadoff runner here in the 8th. The bullpens for both are quiet right now, looking up both the third and the first base lines. As you will have now Trey Huzar with a single and a run scored back in the 4th. 1 of 3 today, digging in. As this one will miss low, it's now going to be 1-0. So 1 ball, no strikes on the way here for Carter Maggio, who's gone 7 innings of work here today for Central Cass and given up just a handful of hits. 3 of them to be precise. Here's the 1-0. Runner's going to break from first. Hoyland trying to get in there. Is he in? He would have more than likely been thrown out there if the ball sticks with Mitchell on the tag. Well, the ball popped out of Mitchell's glove from the throw by Pearson, so Hoyland gets in with a stolen base, and now it's 2-0 to Huszar. And Northern Cass gets a runner in scoring position. The lone 2 runs for the Jags coming back in the top of the 4th inning. Here's the 2-0. That'll miss for a ball, now 3-0. A game that got underway at 7:24 tonight here on YourLiveEvent.com in Castleton. 3-0 upcoming here to Trey Huszar. That'll miss for a ball. Huszar will take the walk, and the Jags will now have their 4th free pass against Maggio, and it's Sam Clement. Sam Clement was the man against Kindred. Made a pop-out catch in foul territory when the Vikings had the bases loaded with the tying run at the plate to end the 6th. A single, a double with a walk, and 2 runs scored against the Vikings. Can he provide that magic here in the 8th? Clement looking to bunt. Breaking ball by Maggio. It's now 0-1. Clement 0 for 2 today with a hit by pitch, and then Mitchell came on and courtesy ran for him. It was back in the 6th inning. Runner at second is going to be Hoyland. Trey Huszar stands at first. Cole Holzer in on the dirt, on the grass at first base, trying to take a bunt away from Clement. This one on the pickoff goes into center. Vercoda looking to come in and throw the man down. Hoyland at third. Hoyland is going to be out. Oh, what a play by the center fielder, Vercoda. Maggio went to pick up the runner, went by the shortstop, Mitchell. Vercoda came in and threw a one-hopper, and Board didn't have to do anything more than get the glove on Hoyland, and Hoyland is out at third base. Trey Huszar will take second, but there's one down now. What a throw by Vercoda. That's Clement now. This one will come in and be a strike. So no balls and 2 strikes here. Vercoda might have just saved Central Cass a run potentially there. So that's going to be 8-5 on the putout as Hoyland is out. It took an absolute perfect throw as Clement fouls this one off. If that throw is off by a millimeter with Hoyland sliding in, Boer didn't have to do anything with the tag. He just caught the baseball, and immediately Hoyland came into his glove. What a play by Vercoda. We saw him make some plays earlier here in this tournament. That might have been the best of it all. The 0-2. This one is filleted into right field. Here comes Holzer, and Holzer makes the catch, and there's 2 down. Carter Wadeson will dig in here. 0 for 3 here today. He did reach base on the error back in the 4th, which plated the 2 runs with that Carter Maggio error. Looking to try to get Chris Hoyland out at third base as it was right back to him. And he threw it into left field, and Hoyland and Huszar came in to score. That's the only 2 runs so far for the Jags. Maggio, this is going to be hit in the air to left center field. Vercoda and Barstead giving chase, and that's going to split the pair. Coming in to score is Trey Huszar. It's an RBI double for Carter Wadeson, and Sam Johnson with a fist pump up the third base coaching box. It's 3-2 Jags. Carter Wadeson with the hardest hit ball against Maggio into left center field, and Northern Cass has regained the lead here at 3-2. And how big is that play by Vercoda now? It would have been 4-2. Instead, it's a RBI double on the way here for Wadeson. Hoppy comes up to the plate. 1 of 2 today. Walked his last time up. Takes a strike against Maggio. It's now 0-1. 2 down here in the Region 1 Championship. Extra innings. The 0-1 pitch. Off-speed Maggio with the curveball. Now 0-2. Central Cass in the bottom half of the 8th inning will be sending their 3, 4, and 5 batters to the plate with Mitchell. No balls, 2 strikes. 2 outs here with a runner at second with Carter Wadeson. The 0-2. Strike 3, that'll ring him up, and Hoppy is retired. But Northern Cass takes advantage of a couple of errors. They do get a run off a 1 hit, and they leave 1 here. Carter Maggio, 8 innings of work, 3 runs against here on YourLiveEvent.com.
Since its beginning, the Central Cass Booster Club has generated and helped sustain fan interest in the men's and women's athletic programs at Central Cass High School. Through the years, that mission has brought in to also enhance the youth programs throughout the community. For more information, search Central Cass Booster Club on Facebook or email centralcassboosterclub@gmail.com. That's centralcassboosterclub@gmail.com. Go Squirrels!
Meet Blake, the messiest 4-year-old on the planet. He's no ordinary durability tester. Meet SmartStrand, no ordinary carpet. With all pet protection, it's the softest, most durable, easiest to clean carpet on the planet. When Blake's barn got a comfy makeover, SmartStrand came clean, even went up against a 2-ton rhino. Made to withstand all walks of life. Ask for SmartStrand, rhino tested, rhino approved.
Available at Carpet World, carpetworldfargo.com.
A runner cross here on yourliveevent.com for Northern Cass. So Central Cass again will go to the bottom of the 8th inning with 3 outs remaining. Needing to at least score now 1 run to tie. 2 to walk it off. If they don't get that, Northern Cass and Central Cass will play tomorrow night at 5 o'clock here on yourliveevent.com. As we head to the 8th inning here. First pitch swinging is Mitchell. This one's into deep, into short. Hoyland with the throw. Not in time. Mitchell with a face-first slide. Hoyland did everything he could. He had to go deep in the hole. Mitchell gets aboard with an infield single. So OC gives up the hit there. 1 pitch and a hit as now it's Carter Maggio. And Maggio hit a scolding double to open things up in the 7th. Maggio on the hook right now for the loss, or if Central Cass could come back as a pitcher on the hook for the win. This has been a dandy tonight here in Castleton. Maggio looking to bunt. This one will be foul. It's now 0-1. 3 runs across for Northern Cass. 2 runs across for Central Cass here in the bottom of the 8th inning. Central Cass looking for their 4th championship in a row here to represent Region 1 in the State B baseball tournament. The 0-1 pitch. This one will miss. Now it will be 1-1. As Maggio kind of getting rid of that little elbow protector. This will be 1-1 upcoming. Northern Cass again, 2015, or 16 that is. 2016 the last time they made state. The 1-1 bunted. Right back to OC. Bare hands it goes to 1 in time. Covering on the way there is Wadeson. Or Clement, excuse me, was there. So Clement is there over covering at first base. Cody Wadeson at second. So that'll go officially 1-3 on the putout. Sacrifice bunt there for Central Cass. And now Eli Boer with the tying run as we'll have a time. So Carter Wadeson will come on out here. As we alluded to, Cody Wadeson, the freshman, back now at second base with OC pitching. Hoyland stands at shortstop and Hoppy at third. Tying run in scoring position here for Central Cass. So OC started this game off, re-enters at the pitcher spot here. Last inning and trying to get 2 more outs for the Jags. This one in there for a strike against Eli. Boer so far with a run scored, a stolen base. He is 0 for 3 in the game, the 0-1 offering. This will be backhand, and oh, what a backhand by Carter Wadeson. If that one gets a little away from Carter, Mitchell kind of took that secondary lead, and he would have tried to get to third. 1-1 offering on the way here for OC. In there for a strike, breaking ball in the inner part of the plate, now 1-2. This has been a dandy of a baseball game here today in Castleton. A 1-2 pitch, and we get a time here for Eli Boer. If we do play tomorrow, the scheduled time is 5 o'clock. If we do get to Game 2 of the championship, which will be winner take all, heading to Jamestown. The 1-2. This one comes in and nearly hits Eli. Carter Wadeson had to reach behind Eli Boer there to glove that one. And you have a collective groan on one side with Northern Cass fans and a collective, oh, you almost got beamed and almost got your runner on board with the hit by pitch. Instead, this one will be a hit by Eli deep in the hole at short. Hoyland's just going to glove it. Does a good job keeping it in the infield. If that one gets to left, would have been interesting if Mitchell would have came in, but it still does the job here for Eli. So tip of the cap to Hoyland to get there to keep it in the infield, but tip of the cap to Eli to put one in play here. Mitchell now stands at third. Eli with the infield knock stands at first. Runners at the corners as Sam Johnson wants to talk it over. This is a great time to let you know about the upcoming Red River Valley Fair. The Red River Valley Fair, it's 3 months of summer, as the July 4th weekend will be sandwiched in there in weekend number 2. It's June 28th through the 30th, July 4th through the 7th, and also July 11th through the 14th. You can check out everything from the YourLiveEvent.com free stage, powered by Halstead Telephone Company and RJ Broadcasting. Also from there you have acts and concerts like Sublime, Hairball, Ludacris, Blake Shelton, Breaking Benjamin, and more. Go to RedRiverValleyFair.com. That's RedRiverValleyFair.com. Tickets for all concerts on sale now. Northern Cass, 2 runs across in the 4th, 1 in the 8th. Central Cass, 2 runs across in the 7th inning. As Sam Johnson talks it over with the infield, particularly what do they do with a speedster and Eli Boer if he tries to scamper to second base with 1 down here. Again, the delayed steal, a double steal. Got Central Cass. What they need to do right now is try to find a way to bring Mitchell in from third. And if you can bring Eli in, that'll just be sweeter here in the 8th. First pitch swinging, and Pearson took a rip at one. It's now 0-1. Pearson so far a pair of groundouts and a strikeout as the Nats are coming out here in Castleton. Here's the 0-1. That'll be in there for strike at 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes. Everybody on the edge of their seat, though, standing up the first and third base line here in Castleton. The 0-2 offering from OC. This one is popped up, a breaking ball, and Pearson got enough of that one to hit this one on top of the press box and do it over again. Breaking ball got Pearson out in front of it. He did a good job getting the bat to the baseball some way. Corners playing in, second and short, looking for a potential double play to turn it if it comes. The 0-2. Fastball, Wadeson has to go into left-hand batter's box. Be 1-2. So Mitchell again at third. Boer stands at first base. OC looking back the runner at first in Eli, and we'll have a time called at the plate here by Gale Pearson. Still to come, too, we'll get to our Petro Stopping Center postgame show. Petro Stopping Center, just off I-94 and 45th Street in Fargo. Stay tuned for that, with the all-region team going to be announced after conclusion of this game. The 1-2, swung on and missed, and OC gets the punch out. 2 down here in the bottom of the 8th inning. And now it's down to your designated hitter for Central Cass, the junior Noah Muckow. 1 of 2 today with a double back in the 3rd. Earned a walk in the 5th. We'll see if Eli maybe breaks from first here. Here's the delayed steal. OC looks back to second baseman. Fakes it. Eli just going to keep on going to second. He will slide in there. So Central Cass, we saw this earlier with Northern Cass do the same thing with 2 outs. Trying to see if he can bait possibly a balk or possibly a throw that gets into the outfield. OC holds on to the baseball, but now the pitch, this will miss. It's now 1-0 to Noah. Not just a tying run, but the game-winning run stands in scoring position at second base. 1 ball, no strikes, with 2 outs here. The 1-0. That'll miss. Now 2-0. If Noah Muckow earns a walk, Cam Barstead is due up next. 2 balls, no strikes. Ooh, and Muckow gave it a good rip. Now 2-1. Tell you what about Central Cass here tonight, especially in the later innings. When they're swinging, they're looking to drive the ball somewhere with an elevated swing. Here's the 2-1 offering on the way from OC. This will run in. Now 3-1. Central Cass left the bases loaded with 2 outs in the 7th. You have runners at 2nd and 3rd here in the 8th. The 3-1 offering. This is going to be flied into right field. Coming across and losing the baseball is the right fielder for Northern Cass. Central Cass is going to score both runs, and the Squirrels are heading back to state. The Central Cass Squirrels are heading back to state for the 4th consecutive season. Central Cass will be making their way back to state. It was a fly ball by Noah Macau into right field, and your heart goes out to the Northern Cass Jaguars here as the Central Cass Squirrels put 2 runs across and have it a 4-3 victory as Trey Huzar and Metzger meet in right field, and Huzar puts his arm around him as Metzger lost the ball in the lights and rights. The runners come in with 2 outs as they were off on the swing of the bat. Braden Mitchell comes in to score. Eli Boer comes in to score. And Noah Macau will get the 2 RBI game-winning double. And that's going to be tough for Northern Cass to swallow as Metzger taking a look back at it, just unable to see the baseball of where it was played at in a game that goes 2 hours and 1 minute. OC will pick up the loss. It's a complete game win for Maggio, Carter Maggio. 8 innings of work, 4 hits, 3 runs, all unearned, 4 walks and 7 strikeouts. As the Central Cass Squirrels again pick up the win here tonight, 4-3 on your liveevent.com. It's now time to get to our post-game show, brought to you in part by Petro Stopping Centers. Petro Stopping Centers here on your liveevent.com, as we will also name our Arctic Enterprises feature precision player of the game. But going back to that last out again, Metzger in right, Huzar in center. That one was hit, put the ball in play, the old adage. That's how they've kind of scored the runs for both teams, taking advantage of some errors. And Noah Macau hits one into right field. The right fielder in Metzger just never saw it. And then by the time it did come in, there was no way you're going to get the runner at second base, and Eli Boer with 2 outs. So he was able to get into the scoring position, comes around, and that'll do it. 4-3 for the 4th consecutive season. The Central Cass Squirrels will be making their way to Jamestown with the 4-3 championship. Taking a look back at the box score here in a moment. 4-3, Central Cass. Carter Maggio again will pick up the win. OC will pick up the loss in a game that goes just over 2 hours here today in Castleton. A couple of errors by Northern Cass. Squirrels leave 6 runners on base. Northern Cass will leave 6 runners on base. Northern Cass here in this one, 4 hits against Maggio. Central Cass will finish officially with 6 hits as the Central Cass Squirrels are your Region 1 champs again. And coming up, we'll get to the all-region team here on your liveevent.com. This is our post-game show brought to you in part by the Petro Stopping Centers. Head over to the Petro Stopping Center in Fargo for a feast fit for a king. Love that chicken from Popeyes, a juicy cheesesteak, or a mouth-watering Cinnabon. Head on over to the Dolly Down restaurant. That is, again, the Petro Stopping Center. So now we will get to the Region 1, all-Region 1 baseball team from the Kindred Vikings. Will be Stanley Molosky here. Logan Broughton from the Central Cass Squirrels. Grayson Doctor from Fargo Oak Grove will be announced here. During this time, we will get to our senior athlete and coach of the year as well, as Chris Hoyland was announced from Northern Cass. Michael Hoisted from the Oaks Tornadoes will come on out here in Castleton. Trey Huzar here from the Central Cass Squirrels, part of the all-region team. Brendan Larson from the Ball Stars of Hinkinson Fairmount Rosso, Campbell, Tinta, Lidgerwood. Carter Maggio earning the win, 8 innings of work here on the hill for the Squirrels. Braden Mitchell earned the win in the semifinals on the hill for Central Cass, as he will be part of the All-Region team. Cale Pearson also from Central Cass, so the Squirrels with 4 players on the All-Region 1 baseball squad. Jake Ring from the Grovers will join his teammate in Grayson Doctor, part of the All-Region team. Kylan Swenson from the Kindred Vikings will join Stanley Belaski. Chris Titus from the Oaks Tornadoes will come on. Carter Wadeson from Northern Cass will join Trey Huzar and Chris Hoyland. And from the Vikings, Jack Wold. So again, here's the 2024 All-Region 1 baseball team. Logan Broughton, Carter Maggio, Braden Mitchell, and Cale Pearson here from Central Cass. Brendan Larson from Hankinson, Fairmount, Campbell, Tinta, Rosso, Lidgerwood. Stanley Belaski, Kylan Swenson, and Jack Wold from Kindred. Michael Hoysted and Chris Titus from Oaks. Grayson Doctor and Jake Ring from Oak Grove. And Northern Cass will have Chris Hoyland, Trey Huzar, and Carter Waits. And that is the 15 players on the 2024 All-Region 1 baseball team on the 15 players. For those of you that are just joining us, Central Cass wins it 4-3 thanks to Noah Muckow with the 2 RBI double. Losing it in the lights was Metzger in right field. If he gloves that, our Northern Cass is able to get an out earlier. They would have found their way to play Game 2 of the championship tomorrow at 5. Instead, this one went final just over 2 hours, as some photos are coming on here, part of the Petro Stopping Center's post-game show. Still to come, we'll get to our Senior Athlete of the Year and the Coach of the Year as well, here as those 15 players being recognized and getting those photo opportunities. Central Cass with 4, Northern Cass with 3, Kindred with 3, 2 from Oak Grove, 2 from Oaks, and 1 from Hankinson, Fairmount, Campbell, Tinta, Rosso, Lidgerwood. As it's now to the Senior Athlete of the Year. Braden Mitchell is your 2024 Senior Athlete of the Year. Travis Lamar, the AD here in Castleton, will give him a high five, a nice hug as well. Give him a nice little plaque here. The 2024 Senior Athlete of the Year, again, Braden Mitchell of Central Cass. As we'll have one more award to give out here, that'll be the Coach of the Year as well, before we try to hear from some of the victorious players here in this one. And then also, we will put a bow on the 2024 Region 1 baseball coverage and get to our RDK Enterprises Feature Precision Play of the Game as well. So again, the Senior Athlete of the Year, Braden Mitchell, as your Coach of the Year here in Region 1. From the Vikings of Kindred, Scott Milbrandt. Viking season came to a close against Northern Cass earlier tonight by a final of 5-1 in that game. So Scott Milbrandt will be making his way down the third base line and come on out and get a handshake from Travis Lamar as well and be the 2024 Coach of the Year. Again, this is our Petro Stopping Center postgame show. We come back after this. We'll get you to our final numbers and take a look at the RDK Enterprises Feature Precision Player of the Game. That and more still to come here on your LiveEvent.com.
There's a new inventory of trailers at Bloomfield Enterprises of Hillsborough. You can see the latest inventory online at BloomfieldTrailers.com. Bloomfield Enterprises has a full line of Big Tex trailers. Big Tex has affordable and versatile utility trailers for all your jobs. Big Tex has a full line of products from ATV trailers to gooseneck to dump trailers and more. Call Larry at 218-368-7989 or Tim at 701-430-0877. Bloomfield Enterprises in Hillsborough.
You're feeling that spring sensation, and that means it's time to put a spring in your step over to Mayport Hardware. They've got all the seeds, soil, pots, and garden tools you need to make your green thumb glow. Plus, check out their greenhouse complete with a variety of flowers, vegetables, baskets, and colors to choose from. Don't forget about the tools and supplies for spring cleaning and recreation. Keep that spring sensation at Mayport Hardware, Trail County's Hardware Hank on Main Street in Mayville.
As we come back on our Petro Stopping Center's post-game show, it's now time to name you our RDK Enterprises feature precision play of the contest. Well, that play of the contest particularly coming by the play of Carter Maggio. Maggio goes the complete game distance, 8 innings of work, 4 hits, 3 runs. All 3 of those runs were unearned. 4 walks and 7 strikeouts here in this one. Maggio also got a leadoff double in the 7th inning to score a run later on in the 7th and earned a sacrifice bunt in the 8th to move Mitchell up to second base at that particular juncture. Again, our RDK Enterprises feature precision player of the game comes down to one of the seniors here for the Central Cass Squirrels, Carter Maggio. RDK Enterprises with location in Hillsboro. They thank you for your business. They hope that if you still got to get on the field, that you're having a safe spring planting season as you get ready for the summer. And for more information on precision planting, again, visit planterdoc.com. That's planterdoc.com. Carter Maggio is our RDK Enterprises feature precision player of the contest here in this one. So the Region 1 champ for the 4th consecutive season will be the Central Cass Squirrels. And what is in the water when these two teams play in the last couple of region championships? 2022, it was 3-2 Central Cass won at that particular juncture. So the Squirrels last year as a 3 seed, this year as a 1 seed, able to get the championship. Let's take a look at the final box score here in this one, with the line score that has made its way through again between these two, between Northern Cass and Central Cass. As the final here in this one, 4-3 again is your score. Central Cass, 4 runs across, 6 hits, 2 errors, and they leave 6. Northern Cass, 3 runs, 4 hits, 3 errors, and they leave 6 as well. Central Cass, Carter Maggio picks up the win. Logan Broughton goes 0 for 2 with 2 walks. Carter Verkota goes 0 for 4. Braden Mitchell goes 1 of 3 here today. Carter Maggio goes 1 of 3 with a run scored. Eli Boer goes 1 of 4 with 2 runs scored and a run driven in. Noah Macau goes 2 of 3 with 2 RBIs. Barstead goes 1 of 3 with a run driven in. Holzer with 2 walks here today. For Northern Cass, they will finish with Metzger going 0 for 4. Chris Hoyland goes 0 for 3 with a run. Trey Huzar goes 1 of 3 with 2 runs scored and a walk. Sam Clemming goes 0 for 3. Wadeson, that's Carter, goes 2 for 4 today for Northern Cass. Hoppy goes 1 of 3. Westland 0 for 3. OC 0 for 3. Anderson 0 for 2. And then Wadeson goes 1 of 1 here in this one, as Central Cass is going out to in front of the scoreboard to take it all in on our Petro Stopping Center's post-game show to get some team photos here, and then from there we will try to hear from the victorious players again here in this one as the Central Cass Squirrels pick up the Region 1 championship. We'll take a quick break. We'll come back after this on your live event.
At Thompson Public Schools, their mission is to develop lifelong learners and responsible citizens. You can visit their website, tps-k12.org, for school announcements and calendars, lunch menus, weather announcements, athletic schedules, and more. Follow them on social media and share in Tommy Pride with student updates and events with Thompson Public Schools. Thompson Public Schools thanks all students, staff, parents, alumni, and community members for their continued support. Good luck to the Tommies. Learn more at tps-k12.org.
As we come back here on our Petro Stopping Center's post-game show again, Central Cass earns their 4th consecutive Region 1 championship, and they're going to do it in front of the scoreboard to take a photo here one more time. The Squirrels are heading back to the state championship, where last year they met Thompson in the semifinals, came up short. Thompson, winners of the last 2 consecutive state Class B championships. The Central Cass Squirrels, again, Logan Broughton, Carter Maggio, Braden Mitchell, and Cale Pearson here for Central Cass on the all-region team. Northern Cass, Chris Hoyland, Trey Huzar, and Carter Waitson. Take a look at Northern Cass here in terms of some of their seniors that they have. It'll be tough for them, but a tough, bitter pill to swallow here, knowing that you had the #1 seed in the region, had an opportunity on their home field to come away with a win and try to force a second game tomorrow in a winner-take-all, but for Northern Cass. Tip of the cap to Sam Johnson, his staff, his team. Seniors will be Carter Westland, who played in his final game here for Northern Cass, but then again, you look down and a lot of juniors, a lot of sophomores, freshmen who got varsity time, and this is, from a Northern Cass perspective, you hope it keeps this team really hungry in the offseason to try to get back to this particular juncture and come out as the champs in Region 1. But Central Cass, again, for the 4th consecutive season, able to come on and do the damage here for the Central Cass Squirrels as they take the 4-3 win over Northern Cass, as they continue to get some photos and smiles across the way in right center field in front of that scoreboard that reads 4 for Central Cass, 3 for Northern Cass on the Bank North scoreboard. So they are kind of wrapping up there. We hope to hear from some of the players in a moment or two, and then try to hear from potentially the head coach as well. Again, the champs here in the Region 1 2024 baseball season goes to the Central Cass Squirrels with a final of 4-3 over Northern Cass. Earlier today, Region 1 baseball, Region 1 softball, Central Cass also winners over Kindred Richland, which means both Central Cass baseball and softball will be making their way to the state tournament next week on Thursday in Jamestown. Who will join softball? Well, we'll find out tomorrow. Kindred Richland will play Northern Cass in a state qualifier. Then the winner will make their way to play Central Cass in the Region 1 championship. But Central Cass, congratulations again goes out to Scott Kost and the Squirrels, as they will be making their way back to a state softball championship. State softball tournament, that is, in a Region 1 championship. They will await the winner of either Kindred Richland or Northern Cass. And Central Cass, the seniors coming out, and there is a lot of them as they are getting some photos one more time here, as the senior class for Central Cass has had a tremendous success all 4 years. Freshman, sophomore, junior, and now senior year have made their way to a state tournament. And what they would love to do coming up is find a way to get to a championship game out in Jamestown. As we mentioned last year at Corbett Field, they fell in the semifinals to Thompson. They've been close. North Star has kind of been a team that they've had to kind of go through the last couple of years at state. Obviously, Thompson is going to be the one team that everyone circles immediately, what they've been able to do, the quality of program that they've had over the last handful of seasons, making it to a state championship, 6 of the last 7 years with back-to-back championships as well. Again, your final here in this one, 4-3 Squirrels over Northern Cass. We'll put a bow on this one when we return here on your LiveEvent.com.
If you want help from a firm that has integrity and respect, strives for excellence, and is interested in the betterment of the community, look no farther than Onstead Twitchell Attorneys. Our team of attorneys has dedicated and talented professionals who are committed to improving the lives of their clients and providing custom legal solutions with integrity and excellence. We have offices in West Fargo, Hillsborough, Maddox, Page, and Castleton. Or visit our website, www.onsteadlaw.com.
Hunter Insurance Agency is a locally owned full-service agency providing protection and coverage in a number of different areas. Hunter Insurance Agency offers multi-peril crop insurance, crop hail insurance, and farm insurance for buildings and equipment. Plus, they offer home, auto, life, and business insurance. For more information, go online to hunterinsuranceagency.com or stop in and speak with Johnny Jorgensen at Hunter Insurance Agency. Find them at 109 Main Street in Hunter.
It's the most prestigious, challenging rep warning tour on dirt. The most wanted, baddest outlaws, and the
At Dakota Heritage Bank, we know your schedules can get hectic, and you don't always have time to get to the bank during regular banking hours. We make it easy for you with mobile banking, online banking, and bill pay, services that we offer for free. This is Michelle with Dakota Heritage Bank, inviting you to do your banking with us anytime, anywhere. Just go to dhbanknd.com or download the mobile app for convenient on-the-go banking, serving you with locations across North Dakota and northwestern Minnesota. Dakota Heritage Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
As we come back on our Petro Stopping Center postgame show, joining us, here's the head coach for the Central Cass Squirrels. He is Dustin Maggio. And Dustin, it took a little bit and some here tonight to take down the Northern Cass, able to win in extra innings here in this one. What did you see from your club, knowing that, okay, maybe stuff isn't going your way early, but you kept fighting, you got it to the 7th, got 2 runs, got it to the 8th, and eventually were able to win here in the bottom of the 8th inning on your home turf?
It's just not stopping. I was very frustrated, and you could see the boys were too, and just keep battling. Carter would, on the mound, he just kept pounding the zone, hitting corners, and he just started blowing people away towards the end there. And it's wow. We just didn't stop. We didn't give up. We were frustrated and everything. You could see it in faces and stuff, but nobody got too down. We just kept battling.
What was the like seeing Carter obviously go the distance and some 8 innings? There was that one error that obviously was the 2 runs in the game, and you're hoping that doesn't come back and haunt you, but able to continue to stay with it, go the distance through 7 and have to even go an extra 3 outs in the 8th.
Yeah, when he let go of that ball, I could see the angle, and I thought, oh, we got him at 3rd, and then he let go, and it went over Eli, and I knew that was two runs right there. But he never got down. He kept his emotions and everything in him, and he just kept going. I mean, inning after inning, there's a base runner, and okay, even in the towards the end there in the 7th, hey, or the top of the 8th where they got the 1 run and took the lead, but he just kept battling. He didn't like, oh no, I walk a guy or something like that, or he didn't blow up. He just kept at it and everything, and that shows senior leadership right there. Just being able to pull through in a tough spot.
And speaking of seniors, 8th inning, a lot of them came to the plate, able to find ways to get on base and then put the ball in play. That's the old adage, right? Put the ball in play. You're not sure what's going to happen. Yep. So take us through that game-winning hit, knowing that, hey, there's 2 outs, runners are going. They're at 2nd and 3rd. Just kind of take us through what your mindset was as a coach here, Dustin.
Well, once Eli got to 2nd, I'm thinking if something can hit grass, we're tied. Okay? And I'm thinking Eli to 3rd, maybe a wild pitch or something to get that run across. But when Noah hit that ball, I could see the right fielder couldn't see it, and right there I knew Eli kind of froze because he didn't know where the ball went. He said, and I said, you got to go because we're going to win the game right on you. And he took off, and when he rounded 3rd, and I kind of followed him a little bit. My emotions got to me there a little bit, but this senior group was just, I couldn't be more proud. The leadership and everything, and I couldn't be more proud of this group.
It's going to be a lot of fun. Now you get to excel a little bit. Get ready for Jamestown coming up. Dustin, congratulations on the win. Best of luck moving forward as you can kind of hang out, watch Region 3, watch Region 2 coming up, and some other state tournament or region tournaments throughout the week.
Yep, watch that and watch our girls softball team too. So we've got a lot of good days coming up, I think.
Hey, Dustin, congratulations on the win. Best of luck moving forward.
Thank you, Chase.
That again, the head coach for the Central Cass Squirrels, Dustin Maggio. We'll hear from some of the players after this.
At Abra Auto Body and Glass in Grand Forks, they make sure your vehicle gets the best standard of care to get it back on the road as quickly as possible. Lonnie and his team are some of the most highly trained in the industry. With state-of-the-art technology and superior products, your vehicle will leave in great condition. With their drive-in claims area, the process is smooth and easy. Let Abra Auto Body and Glass in Grand Forks provide you and your vehicle with premium care and attention. Open 8 to 5:30 Monday through Friday. Abra Auto Body and Glass of Grand Forks.
As we come back here in the bottom of the 8th inning, the final that is in the bottom of the 8th inning, 4-3. Join us here, one of the seniors for Central Cass, that is Cam Barstead here in this one. A big single there in the 7th inning to keep it going. You got those RBIs coming through there, Cam, with that base knock to tie at 2 apiece, that is, with that RBI. Just take us through that situation, seeing Carter get on, seeing what Eli was able to do. Obviously, in that situation, it was 2-1 at that game, so what are you kind of thinking about as a hitter at the plate to try to tie this one up?
I knew I had to put something in play somewhere.
Hussar throws really hard, so I had to load early. In my first swing, I actually think I was early on it. So I sat back a little bit on that other one, and that's why I poked it out to right center.
And then able to know that you guys at least are tied. You had an opportunity to win it there, bases loaded, but you collect your breath. You do give up a run in the top half of the eighth. But what's going through your mind? What's the chatter like in the dugout, knowing that you still got 3 outs to go and a chance to still win this game in the bottom of the 8th inning?
Right away, we all had still a ton of confidence, even though we were down 1. And everyone was cheering each other on, and we got runners on and just gave us the chance to score those final 2 runs.
What was it like seeing Carter go the distance today here, 8 innings on the mound?
He was humming. He was just grinding through batters left and right. And that one that he grunted on there, that was awesome.
When you saw the pop up there by Noah into right field, you saw the right fielder Metzger maybe lose it. What's kind of going through your mind as a player? Just take us through your situation, where you're at, knowing that, hey, the 1 run is coming in to tie, Eli's coming in, and you're heading back to state.
It's awesome. Right away, I could tell he lost it, but I thought maybe he was going to be able to pick it up, but he just never did. But I was ready to go up to the plate. I was the next batter up, and I had all the confidence in the world to go up there if I had to.
Final thing for you, Cam. Freshman, sophomore, junior, senior, this senior class, 4 years that you made to state. I know there's still more work to be done. There's more goals to be had. But what does it mean for this senior class to get to another state tournament 4 consecutive years?
It means the world to us. All of us have been playing since we were little, and this is going to be probably the best state tournament that any of us seniors have had, and we're going to enjoy it.
Cam, congratulations on the win. Best of luck moving forward once you get to Jamestown.
Thank you.
Cam Barstead again with us here, one of the seniors for Central Cass. When we come back, we'll hear from Carter Maggio.
Since its beginning, the Central Cass Booster Club has generated and helped sustain fan interest in the men's and women's athletic programs at Central Cass High School. Through the years, that mission has broadened to also enhance the youth programs throughout the community. For more information, search Central Cass Booster Club on Facebook or email centralcassboosterclub@gmail.com. That's centralcassboosterclub@gmail.com. Go Squirrels!
Join us, the complete game. Again, 8 innings of work. Carter Maggio with us here. 7 strikeouts, 4 walks, 4 hits against 3 runs, all unearned. But you still found a way, Carter, to get this done. And you know what? O.C. and Anderson obviously did enough to keep the bats at bay. But what's going through your guys' mind? You earned the strikeout this side in the 7th. You come up to the plate, hit a ringing double in left center field. What was kind of going through your mind? 1, to finish the 7th off on the mound like that, and then 2, carry that confidence and that momentum over to the plate.
Yeah, I definitely didn't have my best stuff tonight, so I really had to rely on a fastball, and he called time there in the 7th. Didn't really like that. I don't really like that as a pitcher, but we had a slider on. I said I don't want to throw a slider, and then blew a fastball right by him. So
able to get the strikeout this side. I know you were obviously knowing in your mind, okay, now it's time to worry about the hitting. What's the talk in the dugout? What's the talk there from Dustin? Just the senior class, knowing you're down 2, you still have a chance in this one. There's still 3 outs that you have, and you come up with that double. What's kind of going through your mind when you lead it off there in the 7th?
I just wanted to get on. I have trust in every single one of those guys in the dugout. 16 through 1 through 16. Those we had chatter in the dugout. We had the juices were flowing for sure. Yeah, it was just a great atmosphere that inning for sure.
A really good inning, no doubt about it. Everyone came up to the plate. Seemed like it was productive in some capacity. But again, Cam, we just heard from him. He's able to tie the game at 2-2. At that point, when you know that, okay, you have a chance to win, or at least there's another inning, what's kind of going through your mind at that point, both as a player but also as a pitcher, knowing, hey, I might have to go back out there and maybe throw some more outs in the extras?
Yeah, Cam's been so crazy for us. He is the whole year he's just been putting the ball in play and just finding barrels, and found one there, and man, that was perfect timing. He's been huge for us for sure.
And then in the 8th inning, you're able to move Braden over with that sacrifice bunt. You see Eli gets on that delayed steal to get him to second base. Pearson gets struck out, but then Noah comes up to the plate when there's that one that's hit to right. The old adage is in baseball, just put the ball in play. Good things hopefully will happen. Put the ball in play. You see Eli coming in to score that winning run. Just take us through what your emotions are like. Just take us through what everything's kind of going that you're heading to Jamestown.
Yeah, that's definitely got to thank the man upstairs for sure. That's truly a blessing. like you said, put the ball in play, good things happen. I mean, Noah Muck, we're really praying, and he did his job. He did his work.
Final thing, Carter, I kind of asked Cam this same question, but this senior class has been through a lot. I know you guys were close last year up at Corbett Field. You gave Thompson one whale of a semifinal. I know you want to get back to that situation, but get over the hump, if you will, get to that championship game. What is it going to take, number one, but number two, what does it mean for this senior class to go out knowing that you're heading back to a state tournament with still some, again, opportunities, still wanting to win, still wanting, goals that are still hopefully going to be attainable for you guys?
For sure. We're a pretty tight group. We rely on each other a lot. If one of us is down, then the next guy's up. We've played countless innings of baseball together, and it's clearly showing on the field. Where if one person makes an error, the next guy's going to make the play, and we got each other's back every single play.
This is one of those particular games that you're going to put in the memory bank. It's going to be a lot of fun. But my final thing is, how fun is this to also be part of the last game that's on natural grass and dirt before it's turf, and putting another memory like this in the back pocket, so to speak?
Yeah, it's honestly a little bit emotional. My dad and I, this whole week, ever since I was just a little boy, I come into watching him coach and all that. I just, there's so many words that I literally can't express how much the field means to me. I don't know. It's crazy.
I hope you're able to take some dirt or maybe take a 4x4 of grass and kind of see what happens
For
bit
sure.
moving forward.
For sure.
Carter, congratulations. Best of luck once you get to Jamestown.
Thank you so much, Chase.
That, again, the winning pitcher in 8 innings. Carter Maggio goes the distance, and Central Cass advances back to state. We'll put a bow on this one from Castleton when we return.
Did you know that Bassett Motors has over 300 pre-owned vehicles to choose from and a great selection of new vehicles arriving daily? At Bassett Motors, hometown hospitality and personal service is their goal. Come and experience a relaxed buying process. They will handle everything from financing and licensing to accessorizing your new vehicle. Give them a call at 701-652-2955 or check them out online at BassettMotors.com. Bassett Motors, where our customers send their friends.
Those post-game interviews, again, brought to you in part by Dakota Heritage Bank, sharing their heritage and their future with locations in North Dakota and Minnesota. Go to dhbanknd.com. So here's what's on the schedule tomorrow on yourliveevent.com. Region 1 softball is scheduled to be in Hankinson. 2 games on yourliveevent.com. We'll have both of them for you here. Region 2 baseball in Mayville State with the loser out game, then championship game number 1, and then Region 2 softball tomorrow up in Grafton. Mayport C.G. Thompson in the title. Loser will play Carrington in a state qualifier. Congrats again to the Central Cass Squirrels as they are your champs here in Region 1. On behalf of Joy Hughes, I'm Chase Miller. Thanks so much to Sam Johnson joining us earlier with Scott Milbrandt in game number 1. Thanks to Coach Maggio, Carter Maggio, and alongside Cam Barstead joining us here in game number 2 as well on the postgame. And thanks again to all the ADs, those behind the scenes who do the work for us from the fall, winter, and the spring, specifically here in Region 1 with Travis Marr in Castleton, alongside with Brent Wolf, the Region 1 baseball director, and to Mike Lowell down alongside, again, down in softball from the Region 1 side in Hankinson. Tip of the cap to everything that they do behind the scenes. Congrats again to the Central Cass Squirrels, 4-time in a row champs here of Region 1. They will be making their way to the Buffalo City alongside with Scott Kost and the Central Cass softball team as well. Make sure you go to yourliveevent.com for more games throughout the week here on Your Live Event. Good night from Castleton.